Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and check everything's working. I think we're all good, so ready to go ahead and begin with some more 7 days FennecMod, adding to more stuff for FennecMod. Yeah, that was the weirdest intro ever, this 7 days modding, adding stuff to modding, yeah. But you guys know what I mean. So let's go ahead and get started. So we have in chat, I see Redneck and Melzer. Give yourselves a hashtag early crew, because you guys got here before I could even begin. Now, I have got a poll going in the chat for what you'd like to see me adding in this stream. So there are 4 options. I see we've already got 6 votes and 6 viewers currently, so I think everyone who's joined has already voted. But for anyone who may be just popping in, we have 4 choices. We have more food, we have cooking stations, which so far is the most popular, working on the industrial, or a sanity system. So I'm going to leave it for another couple of minutes while we go ahead and just see if anyone else is going to come in and cast their vote, because I want to make sure that we're doing the majority of the thing. So there we go. And Mel says, I'm here for chat if you want. Hang on then, Melza, let me pop into the Discordy, and I will bring myself down here. There we go. Let me go and just pop in there. There we go. I am now in the chat, and let's also put my probably put my Discord status to red if it's not ready. It is already. Okay, good. So that means we won't get any dingy noises throughout the chat. There we go. So still at 6 votes, which is fine. So we'll go ahead and see what's going on here. So there we go, we're all good. And Mel's giving us out the hashtag early career. It says vote, vote, vote. Yes, definitely need to vote. So get voting, guys, if you haven't already. But I think we've reached our max number of votes, because 6 for 6 is actually pretty good. Now I am actually hardwired into the internet today, so hopefully we won't get so many dropouts, and you guys won't be getting so many buffering issues, as I'm no longer relying on my shoddy USB ports for going anything in there. So yeah, hopefully that's all going to be good. And I think we have Melzer. Do we have a Melzer? Is this a Melzer? Oh, it's a quiet person. I hear a ding, but it's a quiet person. Let me see. Is this a Melzer? Let me see. Let's go down here. And we have me, and yes, it is Melzer. Hi, Melzer! I can't hear the Melzer. Uh-oh. And Reddit says, chat keeps dying. Uh-oh. Is it the same? Is it the stream as well, or just your chat? It might be a, it might be just your net connection, dude. If that's the thing. Oh, we have another vote in now. So one for more food. So far, cooking stations is in the lead, but we do have another vote for extra food as well. So there we go. So we look at like cooking stations. So cooking stations is kind of closely related to it though, so that should be pretty good. So okay, so cooking stations I think is in the lead. I'll leave the poll open, and I guess we can start working on more cooking stations and stuff as we go. Redex says no, it's just my chat. Okay, yeah, as long as it's not the stream, it's just your chat. It might just need refreshing, or it could just be YouTube servers being a bit shoddy sometimes, because sometimes they are. So yeah, sorry about that, dude. But the stream is fine. That's excellent. I'm glad it's all running smoothly. So hopefully it will continue to run smoothly throughout, and then we won't get any weird issues going on here. Oh, we've got a second vote for more food, so we're up to 8 votes now. So more food, cooking stations. Okay, so we're kind of getting there. I do have a lot more food items planned in a little document sheet thing. So there we go. So we do have that as well. So okay, so I guess we'll start with cooking stations, and then depending on what votes we get after we've done a couple of those, we'll move to more food. I'll keep the poll open. Oh, the Mills has dropped out. No, maybe she's having internet issues here. But yeah, I'll keep with the cooking stations for now. Then, but if the votes change over time, I'll leave the poll open. So feel free to just keep voting and stuff on what you'd like to see, and if it changes over time, then we'll be good. Oh, and the Melzer has rejoined. Have we got audio now? Does the Melzer have audio? I don't think she does. Uh-oh. Well, looks like we have an audioless Melzer. But hi, Melzer! And Tanya, welcome to the stream. Says, hey Max, giggity. How you doing, Tanya? Welcome to the stream. Giggity! Hope you're doing well. Alright, so let's go and get started then. So, looks like we are going to do some cooking stations then. So, let's go ahead and open up our mods and go from here then. So as you can see, I've now got the I now have under here the chicken coops mod is pretty much in a done state. I've been working on that a lot off stream. Now, when the next release of Fennec does come out, for anyone who's playtesting, you will need to start a new world, because I had to make a breaking change to the transformer blocks hash map system. Because in the last stream, you might remember we were making it so that blocks would go faster if there were more things around it. However, that was actually causing an issue with the hash system, which was generating a new hash for each type of each new time frame that was being crafted. So of course, when I was trying to look it up on game load, it was erroring out and deleting chunks. So yeah, I had to rewrite that. But that means also that anyone's current games who have the hash system in place will need a refresh. But yeah, it's probably a good idea to restart anyway, because a lot has changed. So more early game testing is definitely needed. So let's go ahead and get into some cooking stations then. So let's go into where we got, so it's under foods, isn't it? So yeah, Melzer pointed out also there was an issue with the candy balance that has been fixed as well. So eating too much candy will heal itself over time when you get sick from it. So yeah, that's one thing. So yeah, as you can see, we've got this is additional foods, which we don't want. We want the cooking stations here, don't we? So down one more. Here we go. Because yeah, there's I also need to integrate cans of water with a few things, but there we go. Let's go down here and get going with that. So we're in here. Let me just make sure the vote hasn't changed at all. Just see if we're kind of the same. Yeah, we're all the same, so everything's looking good. And seven concurrent viewers. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, everyone. Right, let's go and get started then. So I'm going to go ahead and open Notepad. First thing I'm going to do is close on everything in here. I'll drag it over this side so you can see, and I'll kind of zoom in so that anyone on phones and stuff can see the code a bit easier. So if I make it that size, hopefully you guys on phones will have easy stuff. So yeah, this is on my list of stuff to fix. Not showing items. So yeah, we need to fix that too. Let me go ahead and close everything down here that I don't need, because all this is stuff I've been working on for other mods, but we'll work on the cooking station now. So the one thing I was thinking of doing for the cooking stations, I was thinking of adding adding in the coffee maker. I think would be a really good idea, because currently you got the campfire, which you can make coffee on, and you got the oven, which you can make coffee on. But it'd make more sense if you if later game coffee stuff was made in the coffee maker. Melzer says, "Welcome to your fucking headset, silly Melzer." Yeah, don't worry, Melzer. Sometimes it happens, but yeah, it can happen sometimes. Just they don't work. Just check in Discord, Melzer, whether you've got your input set to your headphone mic, and see if that sorts it. But yeah, there's a lot of other foods and stuff that I've got to add here. and even other traps like steel barbed wire and stuff. But yeah, fish fingers sandwich, foxtail soup because some of you guys have flung it on cola for Daniel as well, so we got that one. Reddit says beans on toast. Yeah, that's something we have. But yeah, other cooking stations we're going to add. So let's go ahead and note these down so we can kind of add them in these as well. Because we got porridge as well. We wanted to add that, which we did have the maize for, so we've already kind of started with that. But let's go for okay, so we want a coffee maker, and that's going to be for coffee. We could just say coffees and teas, coffees and hot drinks. There we go, coffees and hot drinks, and that can take care of that one. We've got a working oven already. We got the kitchen table, which kind of handles like the blending and stuff like that. I think one thing we need to add as well, which I think would be crate. What yeah, crate crew ringrish. Right, I'm good at ringrish. Never had pinto beans on toast. Says really nice. You should try it. It's actually pretty good. Well, these are the baked beans you can get on toast is pretty cool. So you got a coffee maker here. So what we could also do is I was thinking of adding as well something to. Currently we have a way to make bacon and stuff. In game, which is just like you just take pork and it turns into bacon in the crafting menu. But what we should have as well is like a drying rack kind of thing. And then Fade also suggested a smoker as well, so we could have a couple of those other things as well. So we could have a drying rack for some meat types. So we could just say it's for bacon for whatever. So there we go. I read it says, oh, baked beans, interesting, yeah. And Fancy says, chicken! Hi, Fancy, welcome to the stream. Yep, we've got chickens in game now. The coops are there. So drying rack we could do for bacon. And that would only be if food is installed. So that's one of those maybes. We could probably do it in other ones. Extra farts, as Mel said. Indeed. Let's see what else we got. We do have the toaster bit outside of vanilla. The toaster wouldn't have much use. Well, I guess you could do the tuna fish gravy on toast recipe with that. Although you would make the toast separately, wouldn't you? Which is kind of a maybe you would make you wouldn't make cornbread in the toaster, would you? You'd have that'd be like toasted cornbread, I guess. So the toaster doesn't have much use outside of Fennec foods. So what we could do, we could have a couple of other ones that would have to have the foods mod installed as well. So yeah, the drying rack. So we could just say if for additional foods. So we'll have it here, but we'll have them in like the cooking stations mod, but they'll only be enabled if the additional foods is installed. So we'll have the recipe. Enabled later. So you got the drying rack for early game. We can do the toaster because that's already in game, and that's again for additional foods. So that will require both the cooking stations and additional foods to be installed together. Jerky, yes, we could add that to the additional foods right there, so we could do that. So we'll put that in there. There we go. So we got toaster, drying rack, coffee maker. What else is there that's currently in there? There's the microwave as well, which you could use for some things. I was kind of thinking you could use the microwave and maybe not. I'm not sure, but it might be nice to be able to use that as well. So yeah, we could do that. Yeah, have the microwave enabled. How you doing, David? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Thank you very much for popping in. So microwave could be used for canned soups, etc. Things like that, like, you pour out canned food. A bit like how Valmod used to do it when you had like bowls and stuff and you pour cans into bowls. So you might need to add those as well for only for certain recipes, though, and bowls would be reusable. Okay, so you got microwave, toaster, drying rack, coffee maker. That's all the things you kind of find in the original 7 Days Kitchen. You could do the could have the barbecue grill as well, which could be better for like doing the grilled meat stuff. So mainly for better grill meat recipes. So you could have that as well, which might be pretty good. So yeah, you could have the barbecue grill as well as one of the stations we could add. So yeah, I guess we'll start with the simplest one, which would be the coffee maker, and kind of work our way up to other stuff. So that's additional foods we can have right there. I do have salt in here, so we could do, like on the drying rack with salt will make the jerky. So that would be pretty cool. Okay, let's just double check on the votes as well, see how we're going here. So currently in the votes, we are still... Okay, so pretty much couple more votes here, but everything else is kind of evened out, and cooking stations is just in the lead. So yeah, we could also do more food as well to kind of go along with that, since that seems to be that was the second most popular choice earlier. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So what we'll do is, yeah, the coffee maker we can use straight away, and we could say make the, you could do the coffee, you could do coffee, blackstrap coffee in there, and I guess we could have the tea recipes into that as well, which would be pretty good. I think we'll probably have that, because in the cooking station mod we just want to focus on vanilla recipes, and then in our compatibility mod for all the extra foods we can then focus on adding the new stuff. But yeah, coffee maker will just be more efficient for those kind of things. So that sounds good. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and find this file I need right here. So if I come into here, I got too many tab syndrome again, guys, once again. TMTS, there we go. Let me go into my folders here. Here we go, this one. Right, so move this down so you guys can see. So I've got my config here. We don't need to add any new assets for the coffee maker or anything as well. Dehydrator that makes dried meats faster. Could do that. So yeah, that could be like a stage 2 one. Yeah, so we could have that one. I would have to find an asset for that. There you go, so that if additional foods installed. Yeah, that would have to be if additional foods, and give you can see etc. That would be additional foods as well. So yeah, the only one that would be, the only two that would kind of be on their own would be these two. But the rest of them, because really there's not that many foods in 7 days that would benefit from some of these stations. But like I said, in Fennec you have all of them together. I was kind of thinking of putting the additional foods and cooking stations together in one modlet to kind of simplify things, but it's okay. I'd rather have people be able to choose if they want to have more complex recipes or not. But yeah, here we go. We got cooking stations right here. So let's go ahead and open this up, and let's go from here. So what we'll do is we need to, well, there's two things I need to make, because we got to figure out a way also to power the stuff as well, because I want your ovens and stuff like that to require power to run, because it would make sense, right? Microwave runs off electricity, so does a toaster, and so does a coffee maker. Those kind of thing would run off electricity to kind of be the trade-off for being able to make recipes more efficiently. And I think what we could do, the wall oven has its own kind of power system, but what we could do is we can make a bit like how the sewing machine is. I don't know if any of you guys have got that far in the current version of Fennec yet, but if you guys have made a sewing machine and the sewing table, it's going to be like that. So you put down like the sewing table, you pass power to the sewing table, and then you put the sewing machine on top of that, and then that block receives power through the table. We could do the same thing with a kitchen cabinet, for example. We could make that into like a powered block, and then we could have that accept the power. I would have thought that might work, and from there, yeah, I reckon from there it would actually work pretty well. So we could either have it as like a wall unit or something. Either that, well, we could do it one of two ways. We could either have it in the cabinet below. Where do I get the sewing machine? Says no. You got to make it. You have to get it from Advanced Engineering 3, I believe, is how you would get that. Or you can find the schematic, which is in any Cracker book or anything like that. You'll be able to find it through there, and that's how you will be able to get those things. So yeah, we need to think then about, so there's working sinks here. So we want to do, I think what we want to do is make it so that we have a cupboard. And then that kind of provides power to stuff. So you've got the kitchen work table here, because you'll see the working oven. Here's what the working oven has. So I can show you an example here. So essentially, let me move this over so you guys can see it better. So essentially, what it does is it has a class of workstation powered, and then it says requires power, and then the power sources are these. So you can you specify which locks your power sources, and then where it receives the power. So is it from the top, the sides, or the bottom? And in the case of the oven, it receives the power from the top. So yeah, we can go from there. This is Walmart Mills is the reservoir that you could get it from there as well. But yeah, that's kind of how you make the powered workstation. And then the crafting area recipes, of course, for the campfire and the working oven ones. And then essentially you set it up like a campfire. You just provide like, it requires these power blocks. And then below it, I've got the extractor as the power block, and it pretty much acts like any other power source. So it's not too Not too bad, and there's an improved version as well for if you have improved electronics installed. Oh yeah, we had pasta maker canning machines as well, which would be pretty cool. I'd have to find some kind of asset for those. But for now, let's go ahead and work on the power block for small kitchen appliances. Here we go. So we could go ahead and do that and see how that works. Okay, so if we let me just double check on the votes here. Yep, still going good with the votes. So if we go ahead and open the vanilla blocks file, let me go find that real quick. So vanilla blocks file, actually, quicker way to do it. Just come into here, go into game folder. There we go, done. It'll open that for me. Yeah, easy. So come in here, go into config, and go into blocks. So what we want to do is we want to go and look for the just look for the old cabinet kind of thing as well. Reddit says I'm a mechanic of 41 years. There's no way I could do this stuff. I'm sure you could. It's just software. It's a little bit different, but you know, if you have a logical mind, you could do it. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna look for. I think it's just cabinet, isn't it? Container cabinet bottom open. So yeah, you won't be able to use these as loot containers. That's the only issue. Well, I could make it so you could. But that means that I would have to write a whole new block class to be able to have a container that is also passing through power. Which would require some C#. So I guess we'll keep it simple for now and see what we got. So container cabinet bottom. So we pretty much want to copy this one because that kind of has the stuff in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the container cabinet bottom filler. Okay, we should probably use this one because this doesn't extend from anything, and therefore if they make changes in the vanilla files, our mod won't break. So probably a better idea to grab this. So let's just grab this guy here, and we're going to go ahead and put this, we're going to pretty much just paste this down here, and then we can just adjust the stuff to what we want to use. So, container cabinet bottom filler, and we can just call this container, container, we can just call this appliance power source FM. There we go. So that's just going to be our power source. Shape is new, path is solid. Model is counter. I don't know why they like add a property like that. It's really weird. Okay. Use global UV. We don't need this thing here, so we can get rid of those. Okay, so what we want to do is change the texture so it looks like the cabinet ones. So we can find that under here. So if we go into here and go down here, we can probably use the custom icon here and grab these. I'm not sure why they're adding a random. So there's custom icon tint. Let me go ahead and copy these two. Creative mode. That's a dev. Wait, that's the random new helper. We can have a look at that. So custom icon. Yeah, custom icon. We can use this. And then we can take the texture from this as well. So yeah, we'll pretty much just grab the properties that we want and then just change stuff as we need to. So repair items, we're probably going to need to add like electrical parts to this because there's going to be electronics in this thing that allows it to be powered. But that's fine. Let's go do this. Then we're going to add our custom icon like right here. Just put it in the first one. So product name is custom icon. So this will just save us having to make a custom icon. There you go. And Mel says, "Thank goodness for Max." Oh, don't thank goodness for me. God, I destroy the world just by exposing my face. The whole world just like explodes. So don't thank the world for me for that. That's not a good thing. Right, let's go grab this one. Okay, so let's grab that, and we can add this now. This will be we can replace the texture here with the new one. So this just is to look like the cabinets. So you got like the door at the front, pretty much is all it is, because that's top face, bottom face, front, back, left, right. That's pretty much how it goes. Okay, so now I got that. Economic value we want to move up a little bit. Let's say this is going to give us like, let's say this is like worth 50, because it's a power bank. It's got some electronics in there, so it's worth a little bit. And then we're going to add a new destroy event here as well. So drop event equals destroy. Name equals resource electric parts. And I do have resource electrical parts specified somewhere, which I believe is a bug. Hang on. and then count is 1 to 2. Right, let me have a look at that, because that's a little bit suspicious. Right, where have I got electrical parts specified? Because that is not correct. Where have I got that here? So that should be electric parts. There's a bug right there. that should be electric parts, not electrical, because that's actually the electronic parts components. So it's just called electric parts now, and that was the only one I had. Okay, good. So all we need to worry about. So that's the working having. Okay, so now I got that one. We got the power source. So the next thing we need to do is tell this thing that it has to be a power source, right? So what we can do is we can copy some other properties from here. So we've got a, we need to find the class, which is this guy here. So the class is just powered, right? So we're going to copy this one. And we're going to put this guy like right there. So property class is powered, and we can also like shift these over as well. When it's when the text is smaller, it makes it a little bit more readable. So I kind of like to just push these over to one side. When the text is huge like this, it's not as readable. But like when I'm not working on stream, I have this a little bit smaller, so it just helps me a little. So let's go and just shift those over, because it kind of keeps it all nice and lined up and everything. So it looks nice. I like my things looking nice. So you know, it's take pride in our modding, guys. That's what we're gonna do. So filter tags goes over here, and then let me move these drop events to the bottom here, because I don't want those at the top. We can move them down. There we go. Now everything is a little bit more nicely aligned. There we go. They are called electrical parts in the game, Redneck, but in the XML, for whatever reason, they just called them electric parts in the XML, and I don't know. And then there used to be another one. There was electric parts, and there's electronic parts, and then there's electrical parts. It's like there's a mix of all of them. It's a little bit weird in the XML. There's like 3, but only one of them is actually used in game now. Like the electronic components are not used anymore, which they used to be, but they're not anymore for some reason, which kind of sucks. But there you go. Okay, so now we've got the wall oven, the power thingy done. We need to go ahead and do. We also need to find we don't want the shape here. We need to find out how much power it gives, right? So as you can see, here we go. Required power is the one we want to do, and then display type is also block electrical. So we want to take these, so grab those, and then we're going to add those down here to our stuff as well. So we can move this. Let me move these down as well to kind of keep those separate. So display type can go. So description key, we don't want to just specify the description key, because we're going to make our own description here. So let's get rid of that one, and then we can put this here, display type, and required power. So we'll say for a smaller kitchen appliance, the required power will be 15. So each small kitchen appliance you want to power will be 15 watts. Now I will have to see if I can actually, we might have to add the wire offset property as well. So let's go and do that. So property name equals wire offset value equals 0, 0, 0, because I think with wire offset you had to specify this if it doesn't have one in the model, and I think because we're using a cupboard, it probably doesn't have one of those in the model, just a basic block shape, so we have to go ahead and do that. So once we've got that done, we should really call this kitchen appliance power source, right? So we should do that. Do I have do we need an item type icon as well in this? Okay, so we should also have this unlocked by something. So the oven is unlocked by Master Chef, but we should probably have this unlocked by Master Chef as well, probably at level. That's the thing though, because it's electric stuff, it's kind of more of an advanced engineering kind of thing. But there we go. There you go. Rina says, gotcha. I don't know what just used to type in that. That's all good. So we've got that done. So next thing to do then is, now we got this. Well, I guess we could put it in game and see how it renders and stuff. Let's go and do the localization for it now before we go ahead and do anything else, because that's usually, if you leave that to last, that becomes the bane of your existence. So let's go and get that done now, shall we? Before we go ahead and move on. So in localization here, we're just going to go ahead and do. So let me kind of move this over here again so you guys can see a bit. There you go. Move it right there. So we can go ahead and do. So that's all the craft tools. I kind of want to keep it where we need. So that's the resources here. wall oven working extractor, so we want to put it down here. Here we go. So put this down here. So we got kitchen appliance power source, blocks, and then this is powered, and then this is a we'll just call it appliance power source. There we go. So we'll call it that, and then the description we'll add that as well, so we can actually see what it does. Blocks powered, and then we can just say the appliance power source is used to provide power to microwaves, or let's say to small kitchen appliances that are directly above them. There we go. So we can pass it that way, and there we go. So we can just say, yeah, that's for directly above them. And then what we can do is, I will need an improved version of this as well, which we will add. So, and then we'll just go blocks powered again, and this is going to be appliance power source improved. So yeah, if you have improved electronics installed, I want people to be able to upgrade it into its improved version. So we definitely want to have that there. So we're going to go, we can say then this one, we want to add its description as well. So description, blocks, powered. Again, the improved appliance power source can provide power to kitchen appliance. Oh, hang on, let me spell it right. Directly on top of it for less overall power consumption. So yeah, if you got improved electronics, you'll be able to go ahead and make an improved version of this as well. So you'll be able to upgrade it with an improved one, and then it'll be all good. But yeah, that recipe will only be enabled. Like what I do is I add all the blocks into the base mod, but then I only enable the recipes if both of the mods are installed. Because Cooking Stations actually has quite a lot of crossplay with all the other mods. So you know, it's got ones with the wood processing to make them out of treated wood. It's got ones with like everything else. So yeah, it has quite a lot of crossplay there. So we want to make sure that we're including this right here, and we should be good. So now what we're going to do in blocks over here, we'll make our improved one. So I think I undid something here, didn't I? Custom icon, yeah, I cut from there. Okay, so in our blocks file, let's make the improved version as well, just so we have it here ready. And this is actually quite easy to make. We just have to go put this all back in here again. Kitchen appliance powered source improved, because that's what we called it before. And then we just need to do property name equals extends, because we want to copy the property from that above one. And then value is just going to be kitchen appliance power source, so we'll just extend the regular one. And then we just need to copy the custom icon. The only thing we really need to change in here is how much power it uses, right? That's the only thing we need to do. So for the required power here, that's the only, that and the wire offset, I think is the only things we need to change, and the economic value as well. So actually, economic bundle size for this needs to be just 1. There we go, so it's one each there. And of course, because this is an improved one, it's going to sell for a little bit more, right? So this will sell for like 100, because it's a little bit more valuable. So, and Melza says it wants logs. Logs? Doesn't take coke though. And my coke West doesn't take coke, it wants logs. Yeah, it will eventually burn coal into coal coke as well. So it'll be a way to kind of get better fuel value from your coal. That's the main use it will have. It's mainly used as a creosote production, but also gives you nice fuel benefits as well. So it's one of those things. So now we got that, we can do economic bundle size. Okay, so that's fine. We got the wire offset set there, so we don't need. Well, this actually gets carried over from the other one, so none of this stuff we need. We don't need any of this stuff either, so we can just remove that stuff. And then essentially we just have to change the value. So instead of requiring 15 power to run, let's say the improved one requires 10, because it's essentially the improved versions are like more efficient versions of the basic ones. Okay, so now we got that. let's go ahead and see. Let's go and put this into game and see what we got here. Hey Frisk, welcome to the stream, dude. How you doing? Thank you very much for popping in. I hope you're having a fantastic day, dude. So how's the vote being cast on here? Still got the 9 votes there. And yeah, if you guys still want to vote on the poll, if you haven't already, go ahead. Because like I said, if the vote changes part through the stream, we can chop and change and, you know, do what you guys are actually interested in seeing. You know what I mean? I think it's good for viewer interaction too. So now you got this. I think the best thing we can do is launch the game. But what I'll do is I'll only launch it with Fennec core, and I'll only launch it with the essential stuff so we can just check it's there. So instead of launching it all together, let me go ahead and remove everything that's not needed. We'll just go and launch Fennec base, Fennec core, and then cooking stations. Here we go. So we'll just launch these 3 together because it'll make build times faster. It will load faster as well. So definitely worth doing that. So let's go ahead and get started here. Hey Frisk, interesting question. Did Ray ever get back to you? I tried to contact her and say hello, but I haven't heard from her either, so I'm not sure if she ever got back to you or not. Let me see. Okay, so let's go ahead and link patch these, and then it should just go ahead and run. I did launch the game before I started the stream as well, just to make sure that all the mods were actually playing nicely together as well. So once we got this done, we should be pretty good. Okay, there we go. Copying all the files. All right, now I can go into game here. And we'll go from here. Rayra Frisk, you know who I mean. Rayra Mia, or Layla, she goes by on Twitch. Or on Twitter even. If she still uses that anyway. Frisk's like, who? My name is what? My name... Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So what I'll do... Now this will cause an error because I'm going to go... I've unloaded another mod. Which was in the sprue editor, but there we go. So let's go ahead and see if we can get down on here. So let me go ahead and get started with this, loading game data. And this will probably give me a bit of red text, but that's going to be to do with the fact that a tile entity that was there is no longer there. So it's all good. We don't have to worry about that, hopefully. We should be good. And Moses hashtag definitely not Daniel. Alright, so let's load it into the world. So good news, guys. All my PC parts are actually here, which is great, and I did get myself a Windows OEM key as well. So that's done. I also backed up a clean install of Windows onto a media drive. So at some point, hopefully this week, we'll be able to actually build the thing, which would be pretty good. And Nightbot's saying hi to Melza. There we go. See, Nightbot's being friendly, which also means that when we do modding streams like this, load times will be about 10 times faster, which would be so good. Okay, so yeah, there you go. There's a. You don't see this often, but when you load in the free furniture, there's a missing block. You see this little thing. Looks like a Super Mario block, doesn't it? Just like they just had to like fill it in with the colors, and it would literally be a Super Mario block. I wonder if I punch out, get a coin out of it. Probably not. There you go. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so let's get the stuff we need and get started. So the first thing I want to do is get a generator bank, or if I can spell it right. Generator bank, so we want one of those. Let's enable devs so we can get all the ones we want. So generator bank. Let's go ahead and get some relays. So I don't know if these will show the wires or not, which I want to test, but I just want to see if it's going to run there. Chris says, I found another YouTube channel, said hi and got a reply, just waiting for it to ask. Ah, okay, no worries. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So, and then it says, what's that? What's what there's? Oh, the glowy block? That was the chicken coop that I was testing before. Okay, so we got this, let's get a wire tool. The only problem is testing electronics takes a lot of stuff, so then we'll get some, so we got this, some relays, we need some engines. Just to set up a power test takes quite a bit of work, so let's go and get that. Some gas, let's just get a load of these, just so we can kind of have this all filled out, and then we should be pretty good. There we go. So we got those, we got engines, we got gas, then the other thing we need, of course, is the appliance. Here we go, so there's 2 of these here. There's the appliance power source, so we'll grab some of those, and then there's the improved one, we'll grab that as well. Okay, I just want to see if this actually goes down, because otherwise we might have to make our own one. But the problem is, if we make our own one, we can't then paint it to whatever color we want. So say if someone uses like a different color kitchen set, then we won't be able to paint those to what we want to have. Says, oh, I knew that. It's all good, Melza. Right, so let's go and put this down here. Okay, so there's a generator. Let's put a relay next to it just to see if the wire goes between different things. And then we'll put down one of those. There we go, so we got this here. So yeah, as you can see, it says just press E to pick it up. So we can put one here, and then I'll just put one over here as well. There we go, so let's just see if this actually wires up or not. It should still pass power to it. Let's go ahead and fill this in as well. It should pass power to it. So we should see, even if it doesn't show the wire, which it doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't show the wire, but it still does pass the power to it. Now the only problem is, it's like you can't then see where the wire is. So what we might have to do a bit of Unity work to make a clone of this with a little relay. Just like what we could probably do is have like a tiny little relay, just like right here or something. So it'll kind of look like it's occupying the same block space. So yeah, I'm guessing. Well, now I know how the wireless power relay mod was made, because that's pretty much what they did. They just used a generic block like that, and then it actually passes through wireless power. So there you go, guys. If you want to make, if you do want to make wireless power, that's how you do it. You just make any like any old block, like a cabinet or something, a power source, and then when you connect wires, they won't actually show up, which is kind of strange. Well, you can you can actually click on the block to remove them from there. But yeah, I do kind of want a wire showing just to make it easier for players to be like, okay, so that's wired up and that's not, and where it goes from and what it's wired to. Because you can imagine if we got a lot of these, it's not going to be very good for people. But okay, so these do work. That one has 15, that one has 10, which does work as I want it to. So that's okay. So that's fine. Kind of strange. Yeah, I'm not sure why it doesn't wire up. It's a little bit weird. Okay, so let's go and save that. Okay, so it's kind of here. But yeah, we probably had to make one in Unity then. So let's go ahead and do that and see. Because I do have Unity open just in case we need to do that right here. So let's go get rid of this. We don't need the power bank here. So let me go ahead and look for... let me see if they actually have the cabinet model in here. It might not exist though. We might have to get a specific block shape and kind of make it work with that. So if we go materials, okay, so we got that's manufacturing. I don't want that because yeah, I kind of want it to be on a kind of covered kind of thing, but still, if not, what we could always do is just make like a wall outlet kind of thing and then have it plugged into that or above it or something like that. But again, that might look kind of weird and it will occupy a block space, which won't look so good. So yeah, it's one of those things. Like I said, I could make a block that like checks whether it's powered, and then I can then check. I can expand my workstation powered class to check if a block below it is powered, which is possible. Although it's a little bit more work than I was kind of prepared to do for these, but we'll see. We'll have to see if it wants to work. Okay, so if we go into right, go and close this stuff here. I want to go ahead and look for in my imported stuff here. This is where all the 7 days assets are, so let's see. Asset bundles, loot containers. Are they in? Let me see if the cabinet is in here. I think this is just like the bins and stuff, though. I don't think it has like the cabinet blocks here or anything like that. It's got like the filing cabinets and stuff like that, but that's about it. It's got the cooler. It's got my new cooler. It's got the storage crates, but yeah, no cabinet model here. So what we'll have to do then, I think, is we'll have to go from there. Fusion says, just found on the question with info about the mod. A link I would send the DM. But you have that off. Okay, yeah, I've got it set to. You can if you have me as a friend and stuff, then I'll be able to talk to you about that. But how you doing, Fusion? Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for popping along. Right, so let's see if we've got the. Okay, if it's not in here, then let's see under PreAlpha, for instance, if it's under here somewhere. And look, I wanted to make a new barbed wire mod as well, because they actually have this stuff, which is actually pretty cool. So we could use that for a potential like new trapping game, because they have this in the vanilla file. They just haven't enabled it, so maybe we could go ahead and get to that first to make some more traps later. But yeah, there's the AC unit right there. I want to see if we can find the cabinet here, but I'm not sure if it's going to be. It might be under the block shape that we need to use, so I'll have to see if it's there or not, so I'll have to have a look at that one. Okay, so let's see if I can find it in here. It might not be here, and if not, then we'll have to just settle with just powering it from the cabinet below. No, I have to see if there's a way to fix that at a later point in time, but we'll see if we can find it down here. Because yeah, there's things like the bookcases and stuff. So I don't see why the cabinets wouldn't be here. It's like the bridge. Yeah, there we go. Cabinet. Here we go. There's cabinet. Okay, well there's this one. There's cabinet ajar. There is cabinet. So there's the open ones. Candle table. Maybe it's called cupboard. Let's see. See if I can find it down here. Because I would have thought it would have been here. Otherwise, we can look under the block shapes. Cube frame, cube glass, cube half. So these are all the cube shapes here. So it might be that one that we have to use, but we'll see what it is. Cube trim. More cube trim. Let's see what else we got here. Cube trim. Okay, there's covered there, but that's the top ones. See that they've got all the top ones here, but they don't have the bottom ones, which is really well. I guess what we could do is we could kind of use this and go from there. I'm doing good with a little. I got a new job and a new game studio just to continue our game. Due to developers leaving because they think it's too much work. Ah, that sucks. But the Exorcism search bar. True, yeah, I should probably use that, shouldn't I? Might make my work a little bit easier. But yeah, sometimes it's cool. It does. The only thing I don't do it is because sometimes it's called different than what it should be. But yeah, let me see if I just type in cabinet, what comes up in here. Yeah, they got medicine cabinet and they've got open file cabinet. So they've got like the file cabinets here, but I don't think they got the cupboards, have they? We got these ones, which I think is the medicine cabinets. But yeah, we just want the regular cabinets, which is... Oh, they've got these 3/4 ones. I didn't see those before. So what's... if I put this one here... What's this? This doesn't have a texture on it, does it? I don't think. So you probably have to specify one. Yeah, so that doesn't have a loaded texture either. What about this? If I load this in here? Nope, that doesn't have anything either. So yeah, a lot of these things don't have it. So I think it is because this one does have it. So if we grab that one does have it, as you can see. But it's got like a, I think this is meant to be like a collider on it or something like that. So yeah, that's the. I think these are different. Yeah, these are meant to just be colliders for each side, so that doesn't really do anything here. Then for weld, what have we got under here? Is that for like painting stuff or I don't know? So yeah, okay, I see. They've pretty much made it like this. Okay, well hang on then. What we could do is I could kind of maybe try this, couldn't I? Let's see. So Fusion Sim says that you can say that a year of hard work and barely seeing family for nothing. Ah, well, I'm sure. Well, that's the thing, though. I'm sure you could still you have rights to the game, right? You could still continue it yourself. Okay, so yeah, it looks like these, because these faces, I think, are what apply the paint to it, right? So we could probably remove. Okay, let's remove the colliders because we don't need those. Okay, we got to unpack the prefab. So unpack prefab completely. We could probably remove these colliders because we can kind of sort that out in a minute. So this front face here, can I drag this off? Okay, yeah. So literally, the cabinet adjust. That's kind of weird. It has a lower section like that you can see on the inside of, which is kind of strange. I've never seen anything done quite like that. So that looks like it's all one unit there, right? Okay, yeah. So we can kind of disassemble it and go from there. But that's a little bit strange. That's West 1. Okay, so we could do this, or we could maybe make our own face and just repaint it again, which might work. I'm not sure. We could try it, couldn't we? It's no harm in trying. And it says, I get it. I'm a mobile mechanic and has spent months out of state. Oh wow. Okay, so let's grab this. So what we could do, because it doesn't render those. Okay, so we've got it so it only renders on one side, right? So if we duplicate these. We probably just have to call it the same as these. So if we go and do this, So transformation is 90. So let's change this to minus 90. Okay, no, it's not that one. It's Y, isn't it? Hang on. So that is currently set to 90. So doing the Y though changes it that way across, which is not right. No, it is the X, isn't it? Hang on. Okay, yeah, so we have to do it like minus 90. It will move it around a bit, so we'll have to just center it again and kind of make it go the way we want it to. Yeah, that's a little bit strange. Hang on. So let's pull this face out a little bit, and let's see if I can. So what angle rotates when I do this? Hang on. So we rotate this. Yeah, so I kind of want it like that. So okay, so let's just do 270. So it's going to be 270, 90, 90, and then set that to 0, 0, 0, and see where that ends up. Okay, yeah, looks like that's kind of how we need it to be there. Okay, so yeah, they kind of rotated about a strange section here, but that's how I think we do it. So we've got to do it like this. There's got to be a simpler way to do this. Let's see. So yeah, that's how we would do that, because that's what I'm thinking. We'll probably have to rebuild the block like this, and then just have the faces rendering that we want to see. So then this one, so that's going to be called WF. So west face there. And then we got to copy the south face. So BF is the base. Okay, the base face is there. So literally we just have to do the south face and then do it for the north, right? So if we grab this, so copy this, and if we duplicate that, so then what we got to do again is rotate this and see what the angle changes to. So the one that's changing here, so it's just got to be, so that goes to 270 again. And then those other ones have just got to be 90 and 90. And then if we do that, it should plonk it in the right place, shouldn't it? I would have thought. Okay, that seems to put it in the right spot, which is fine. Okay, so that does do it, and then we go down here. Okay, there's a little bit of a gap right there, which looks a little bit strange, so we might have to slide it across a bit. So I'm guessing we have overlap on this side. Yeah, we do. So this has to move across. Okay, that just has to be 0. There we go. Move that across. There we go. So now we kind of reconstructed this block. Now I don't know if this is going to be paintable or not, but what we could do is probably find the correct materials to have it. There we go. Almost look like a PlayStation element. Okay, so that looks fine. So now I guess what we could do is for now just give it the textures that it needs from its materials. So I'm not sure what they are, so we'll have to see what each one is because there's a lot of them here. So we look for, that's probably a cabinet material, isn't there? Sitting light, candle table, campfire. Let's go up a little bit. Cabinet old. So cabinet old, I'm guessing that's the, so that one there. Okay, that's what we currently have. Then that's for the side. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, so maybe it's called covered instead. There's a coyote texture, curtain, cube preview. Maybe it's called granite or something, because that's the other thing it is. It's called as well as granite. Fountain, freezer, garage door, gore, gunfire. It's down here. It could be under wood as well. That's the thing. Like, there's so many materials here that you never know which one it is. It's the grill grid, grace gore. So it's not that one. Let's see. There's house vent. Janitor cart. Let's see what else I can find here. So the different heads, mattresses, metal, modular. Let me see. Night vision goggles. Lots of no-named materials here. Strange. Okay, and then you can do those. So ore boulders. Because yeah, this might be the best way we can do it here, and just go from there. Pea stone, painting, parachute. So that's the pipes there. Yeah, I don't know what it'd be called if it's not under those. It might just be under wood, I would have thought. Scrap glass, sectional. What's that one? No, that's the couches. That's not the one. Shingles, shipping crate, shower, notion sign. Let's see. That's the sink counter. Okay, it's not that one. Hang on. Commercial sink. It's not that. Let's see. It's one of these. Sink. Not that one either. One of these will fit on there just fine. It just depends what it is. There's also lots of different sinks as well that you've got in here, because they're not all called what you would think they would be, which is really strange. You kind of have to like look around and see if you can find them. So it's one of those things. And Renner says use the male head. Swing set, tube lamp, table lamp. Hey, you can put a torch texture on it. That looks funny. So you can have a torch on there. So you and me. Boar, vulture, warlight, Wild West wood, window. It's probably under one of these, isn't it? That's the iron reinforced wood. Wine barrel, wolf eye, wood block. That's just a basic one, isn't it? Wood old. That's just okay. That's the side one. Wooden door with planks, workbench, raw iron. Doesn't seem like it's actually in here. Zombie eye. You do zombie mouth. Ugh, look at that. Oh, man, that's zombie bear. Damn, you can have some weird. Oh, that's the zombie bear's material on a flat surface. It's funny how you can see like all the materials, like how they pan out onto a flat surface, which is really fun. And so nice soft tacos. Nice, dude. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let me see if I can find this anywhere else then. So I might have to just have a look through some of these and see. So there's bricks. So it could be any of these as well. There's a lot of these copied ones. Yeah, they're all like the same. 01 default. 02 default. I'll just keep looping through these and try and find which one it is, because one of them is. So that's the roof shingles there. I don't know what that one is. So that's kind of high tech. Yeah, some of these look really high tech. AC unit, arrow trap, backpack, or a shotgun. Okay, just a wall. Interesting. Barbed wire. The barbed wire cabinet. There you go. There's the texture for barbed wire in there. Now it says, I'll just have beef. Oh wait, there is no beef. No. Barnwood? Nope. See, it's got all these other things. It's just not there, is it? Barricade. Battery. Bathroom. I've already just missed it, I would have thought. Bed frame, bedroll, bleacher tile. Blood drops. Nah. That's funny. You can have like you just make it look like invisible blood thing. Body bag. Man, you can have some funny stuff in this. Bookcases, bookshelves, boxes. Brick decayed brush. Yeah, you would have thought it'd be one of these, like cabinet old, but that's just the same one. That's the top bit, but yeah, it's not that one. Candelabra, candle wall, car exploding, cardboard. It's got to be in here somewhere, I would have thought. Cement mixer, chain link, chandelier, chicken. Put a chicken texture on it. God, that one looks weird, doesn't it? Renner says, if I get work done this week, I'm gonna make I'm gonna make tamales this weekend. Oh, nice, dude. All right, let's see here. So, is there anything? Give it taste for a doghouse. So, give it clawfoot tub. So, where could it be then? Coffee maker. It's not there. Commercial concrete. So there's the concrete one. Says reinforced. Have we got the granite here? I wonder. Corn, coyote. It's got like everything apart from what we want, which seems kind of weird. Default's just nothing really. What is that? Huh. I have no idea what that's meant to be. Desk lamp, doorknob, drawbridge, duct, electrical fence, ember pile, signs, face. Nothing on the face. Faucet. That's that one and the brass one. Helmets, female eyes. Okay, you got like little eyelashes. Look at that. That's weird. Man, there's some really weird stuff you can find in here. Fire, flagpole, flamethrower. Okay, interesting. Fluorescent, fly, forge. What's that? Nope, nothing there. Okay, random arms. Freezer store. Garage door. Gas pump. Glass. Goldenrod. Grill. Grace. Ground. Hands. Hay bales. God, there's so many of these, but I don't know which one it is. There we go. Zombie prawn, says Daniel. Prawn, so I don't get demonetized, Daniel. Heat vent. Oh, I actually have a horse texture in here. That's what it looks like when it's laid out flat. That's really weird. House front door. Hubcap, impact snow. Industrial. Jack-o'-lantern. It's kind of weird looking. Jail door. Janitor cart, lanterns. Lashes, legs. I don't think it's here. So I don't know what we're going to do. Might have to settle with it just for now. Material. Material. Anything else? Mattresses, melee metal. Metal fence. Micro splat. Modular hoists, molotovs. MP5, mountain lion. Motion sensor. Mushroom texture. God, that looks weird. Wow. Okay, that's a strange texture. Look at that. If you're looking for the one currently applied, click on the mesh, and then on the right panel it shows up. No, I'm not looking for the one currently applied. I'm looking. There's two cabinet models. There's two cabinet models that I need to look. There's it's like the red one and then the granite top. But I don't know what the hell it's called in here. And it's not called cabinet because we've already gone past that. So I have no idea where it is, which is really strange. Impact, metal. So these are particles, so it won't be those. Paintings. Oh, okay, those are all the paintings you can have. Parts wrap, parachute, park bench. Picnic table, pig. Okay, pig was that, is it? Okay, so pipe metal. So that's all the pipes and stuff. Small pipes, yucca plants, porch lights, posters, power switch, rabbit. It's so strange. Yeah, I don't even know where these would be. Because I would have thought they would be in here with all the rest of them. So they've even got like the rocks and stuff. See, they got like the rocks. They've got sandbags. They've got like everything else but that. There might be another area I can look in though, which might be which one then. Look at the current material name and then search for that. And if it's almost the same, it should show up. Well, the material name for that is just cabinet old, and I would have thought it'd be called cabinet new, but if it's not in here, I do know another place I can search for it though. Shipping crate, signing white, sign. Yeah, I don't think it's under here. Sink counter. So I would have thought it'd be here. Let me have a look real quick under. Let me have a look under materials for loot containers, because that might be, it might be in here. If it's anywhere, it might be over here. Crate. No, there's only store crates here and dome trash cans. Yes, it's somewhere in the texture atlas, but I don't know. Maybe we could just export this and use it. I'm not sure. Or just what is the one you're looking for used for? Well, it's used for in the game. You've got the two style cabinets. You've got like the brown ones like this, but then you've also got the other ones, like the red colored ones. But I don't know what that material name is. I tried cabinet and it's not that. It's not covered. It's only they only seem to have the old ones, which is a little bit strange. So that's for the meshes, isn't it? Yeah, that's not going to help us. Render texture? That's all for UMA, isn't it? I think. Yeah. It's not going to be under there. Texture 2D. If we can find it on here. Unless... If we got is it under here somewhere? Campfire. Yeah, see there's cabinet old. But then where's the new one? That's the weird part. There's the old two there. Which is what I need, but I need the red version. And it says, I'm supposed to get a parcel today. Hooray! It says, oh, we're having a thunderstorm. Oh, nice. Thunderstorms. I like thunderstorms. Although you guys get them a lot worse out there than over here. Is that under cupboard, maybe? Covered. So if I can, it's easier to see the textures here. I'll be able to tell which one it is. Then maybe I can look at what material it's used in after that. Or just create my own material with what I need. So that's the vulture. So yeah, here we go. There's some of the wallpapers here. So maybe I need to just go ahead and put it on the material instead. Make a new material and use that. Because they got wallpapers there. Window plugs. Yeah, see, this is looking more familiar now. They've got a lot of these. Wood burning stove. Wooden door. I don't know if it would be under this. There's the workbench one. Strange. Export the mesh, send it to me, and I'll make a custom one in Blender, or the brown texture and make one. Well, that's the thing. The other thing is as well, like these blocks are based on block shapes, so they're like paintable. So they don't get actually drawn. They don't actually get made in Unity. They get rendered via code, I believe, is how they make these. So some of these things aren't here. I mean, if not, it's gonna be okay. I'll just use the base kitchen one and then figure something out later. If not, because I don't want to spend too long trying to find this or trying to make something to work. Because as long as it provides power, we can actually get on and add some other stuff. Sky. Yeah, so because they've got all this stuff here, but it seems like they just don't have. Yeah, you've got the siding, the shelves. Yeah, they have everything else but that thing that I need. So unless they've just like done a recolor in Unity, and it's on the texture map somewhere, but I don't know where it is. That's strange. But yeah, it's based on the block shapes, and I believe it's done. in code for most of these things. That's how I think it's done, for at least for a lot of them. Those are the paintings. Yeah, it's not in here. Maybe if I just type in red. Is it under here? Switch red. Red? Nope. That's I would have thought if it's anywhere it would have been under here. No, let me just say wood. Under any of that, barnwood. Yeah, the closest to it is barnwood, but yeah, looks like it's one of those. But yeah, I think it's called different here. It's like bridgewood, boxwood, doorwood. Yeah, it's just one of those things. 4 horseman cover, first draft. Nice, dude. All textures are made in Blender using texture painting, as far as I know. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm just trying to see if they had access to it right here, because I would have thought they did, but if not, it's no big deal. We'll just have to go for something else for now. Yeah, so they got things like the wood burning. They got like everything else, which is the funny thing. They've got like all this stuff. Hang on, maybe it's under wood group. Is there any tiling for this? No. Okay. Is there offsets? I'm just seeing if the materials have like different, because sometimes like they make the materials in one kind of go, don't they, and then have them offset. But I don't believe so. So the sounds, yeah, wood text, is it in here? Plank? Nah, it doesn't do it in there. Okay, just make a flock space cabinet ready, says Daniel. Says Max, I got a screwdriver and get petrol. I'll be a while. It's bucketing down. All right, Melza. Well, be careful in the rain, and hopefully we'll see you soon. All right. Well, if that's not going to work, then I guess we'll just have it. I guess we'll just use the vanilla one for now, then, and I'll come up with something else. I'll come up with something else off camera then. It'll probably be easier at this point. Because what I want to do is add, because the areas I want to try is to add like a relay here, so you'd see the wire. But it looks like that is not going to be a thing, so that's fine. We'll come up with another solution at some point. So here we go. Oh, the pole has changed slightly, so we've got the industrial stuff as well. Has now gone up a little bit as well. Yeah, so sorry about that, guys. Taking a little bit of a while for me to find stuff. So yeah, one of those things. Wow, did I spend like 20 minutes trying to find that? I did. Damn. Watch the viewers go. It's like, it's boring. He's just finding cabinets. Okay, so we'll keep this for now, and I'll go from there. Let me make this slightly smaller here. Okay, so we can add the coffee maker stuff in here. Then we'll go ahead and do that. Fusion says, I think what they did is have a main texture like the brown one, and change the colors using code. That is possible, but I don't know if this works in Unity. In Unreal, you can. Yeah, I know there's a way, like if you have like multiple. You can change like the albedo colors and stuff like that, I believe. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. It's a bit strange. But yeah, we'll keep it like this for now, and then we'll just have to go from there. So let's just go ahead and do. Okay, so let's start with then the coffee maker. Okay, so to do this is actually really easy. We're going to find the vanilla one, and we're just going to copy the crap out of that, and probably this one, container coffee maker. Here we go. So exchange deco entity metal master, which is fine. So let's go and copy this one here. So like I said, we'll try and make it so that it uses at least the least vanilla features as possible. Like sometimes it's good, but for us where they're going to be updating a lot in the blocks file, I'll try and kind of stay away from some of this as well. Because we've already got the model there that we need. Stability support is false, of course. Let's get rid of that. So path is solid. So that's the drop events, and this can be moved up to here. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll add a. This is not a container coffee maker now. This is instead of a coffee maker. It's raining, it's pouring, Melson's gonna go swimming to get petrol, Max and Fuse go down looking for cabinet textures in Joel's voice. Sorry, click, sorry. But you can always just make it your own texture and then make a material and add that to the cabinet. This fixes the problem. Yeah, I could do it that way as well. That's the thing, I kind of wanted it to be so that like it would work with the existing vanilla ones. I don't know if there's a way to make it. There might be a way to add a new paintable variant of the block though. I have to see if I can do that because literally all I want to do is add that plus like a little wire relay on the top so we can actually see the wires. That's essentially all I want to do, but it seems simple in concept, but there we go. This is going to be working coffee maker FM. Here we go. So that's going to be this one, and we're just going to do property name equals custom icon value, and that's going to be CNT coffee maker, I believe. Whatever it was called in the blocks file, we'll just go do that. So I think that's what it's called. Yep, container coffee maker. So that's the custom icon that we want. So then all we got to do is just specify that this is a powered workstation and what power blocks we need beneath it. So that's actually pretty easy to do because we kind of got everything that we need like right here, right? So if we come up here, you can see that we've got like heat map, power sided. So all we've got to do is copy this stuff here. So we can do these 4 pieces here plus this one. Yeah, pretty much all this stuff here will allow it to be made into a workstation. So let's go ahead and grab these. And then if we move down to our one, we can just paste these in here and then just delete any like duplicate ones. So that should be fine. So class. So it's not a. So these two I know we're going to be removing because it's not a loop block this time. It's actually a workstation. So probably in this class workstation. Do we have any simple rotations? No, but it's probably implied up there, but that's fine. So it requires power, and now the power sources this time, we have to make it use our new ones, our kitchen appliances. So it's got to be this one, and then the improved one as well. Power source improved. So it's got to be one of those two that we have to use. How do you access? Do you have Unity there? Because if you can get to the script that did it using code, you should be able to find it there. I do have like pretty much most of their stuff downloaded. Although this is like I said, I don't know what the title of that script would be or where it would handle it. That's the thing. I know like a lot of their scripts, but there's the stuff where it like deals with the actual creation in Unity. I've not really seen too much. So that's one thing that I probably wouldn't be able to see for now, but it's okay. So the power side for this one, we want it to be powered from the bottom. So it has to be on top of the power source. The heat mode strength, heat mode time, heat mode frequency, stack number. Okay, so this one is going to have crafting area recipes, and then the value is going to be coffee maker. Is the name of this. Okay, so that's fine. We've got those done there. So the next thing we need to do is add a workstation model to this as well. So let's go and grab this one. So grab this, and then over here we have to go up here now, because when you add a workstation, you also have to add an XUI thing for it as well, so that it knows what to use. So if we come into here and we go into, wait, that's the vanilla one. We don't want the vanilla one. We want this one over here. We need our one. I believe it's under just XUI here. We had to add our own one. So as you can see, it's just going to be called workstation plus the name of the thing you're using. And that's pretty much all it is. So we can add another one here for the coffee maker. So it's not too hard. So let's go and just paste this here. Copy this whole thing and put that right there. And then instead of workstation wall up and working, it's going to be workstation working coffee maker. Actually, we should call this coffee maker working to be more consistent with what we call our things. So let's go and change the name of that block to this. It won't change anything in practice. It just looks for this for block name. There we go. So coffee maker working. Do that one. There we go. So now we've got that done. All we need to do is decide which windows we need. So we're going to need the crafting and the info. The coffee maker doesn't have tools to use with it, so we don't need that one, but we do need the crafting queue and the paging header. So that's pretty much the only things we need for that. So that's going to essentially allow it to render a UI when you open the workstation. That's all this thing here does. So it's nothing like crazy. It's pretty simple. Okay, so now we've got that done. We need to also check on the workstation here. Okay, that one I don't need. I need this one. Here we go. So I need to make sure now that we've got the right modules. And the only module we need for this is output, because the power will be provided as the fuel, and then the input will be just as is. So that should be fine. So then the recipes is coffee maker now. So I think all we need to do is move the coffee and the blackstripe coffee over to there and use it. And I think that should work now. So now the other thing I need to do as well, we need to add a coffee maker icon, so people will know when they look at the workstation icon what the area is. Now there is a bug currently that if you want your icon to show and you have a different crafting area recipes name than your actual workstation block name, for whatever reason, it will always show as a hammer. So what you can do to get around that is you can either call it the same, you can call this and the craft area recipes the same, or what I prefer to do is what I make a dummy workstation, and it's something that's invisible, the player will never see, but it's like a workstation that just stores data for the icon. So essentially, right here, these are all like my dummy workstations here that I have, and all I do, is I just literally give it the properties of the campfire, and then I specify what my icon is going to be in here. So essentially, because I called it coffee maker as my craft area, I'm just going to go block name equals coffee maker. So this is just like, it's got to be called exactly the same as your craft area recipes, and this will allow you to have the same. It will allow you then to show an icon that's not a hammer. It's a weird thing, but yeah. So I'm going to go property name extends. So essentially, all I do is I just make it extend the campfire and then just make it invisible. So it's not even available in creative menu. It's just like one of those master blocks that you never see. And then we're going to go property name equals creative mode, and then value for that is none with a capital N, because it actually matters if you don't have a capital N there. And then we just get to specify our icon. So just go property name equals workstation icon, and then we can just say value is UI game symbol coffee maker. There we go, so we can do that. Sometimes there are other properties you want to specify, but for this will be fine. So this essentially then just allows our craft area of coffee maker to display as a symbol. There we go, property name shape, value x3 mod, property name is texture. Well, that's what I have. But the problem is when you use the shape of external 3D model, you can't. It doesn't render the wire. So you can change it like that, which is fine, and that's currently what I have, but it doesn't allow the wire to render for some reason. And I've tried with the wire offset property as well, which apparently fixes that, but also doesn't let it render as well. Because yeah, in my cabinet, I'll show you down here real quick. In my cabinet, I've got that set down here as well. So if we've got working ovens, wall oven here. So if we look down here, look, I've got that here. So shape. Well, shape is new in this case because the cabinet is actually one of the new shapes. Model is counter, but again, that's just the mesh. But yeah, it kind of works the same way. And then you've got this one, so 261.345, 262.345. So the textures are all specified here. But I was hoping there'd be a way to do it where you could add like a wire in it to the top of it. But yeah, it's one of those things. But yeah, when you do this is like shape is new, and this one here, I'm not sure where that even is, or where that even is in their hierarchy, because usually it gives a path. Like for models, for example, you usually have like, well, I guess the oven is a little different as well. But yeah, you got model entity, and then look, when you have an actual one, it gives you kind of where it is. So that's my extractor one. But then for theirs, they have it like, if we look for the model here, customize material, texture, place, class, and you're required. I guess I extend something here, don't I? Because it's not require power sources, power sided. I'm not even sure I specify the shape in that one. It might just literally be, might not even need a shape property. But yeah, essentially when you assign textures like that, it's literally to a predefined shape. Which, yeah, like I said, it's kind of weird. I need to see if there's a way to kind of get around that, because shape doesn't have a definition for wire offset, which means a wire can never connect to it. Even though it will still provide power, but it won't render the wire, which is kind of what I was going for. But it's okay. For now, it'll be fine. Anyhow, now we got that done, we got extends, value goes to kitchen appliance power source. So now we can specify our recipes here. So I got the power sources right here. This will work now, and all we need to do is just add some recipes for that, and then we should be pretty good. So I think the only thing we need to do is have a look at the current recipes for coffee and move those over to the, well, we have to add our icon as well. But let's go and work on the recipes first. Move the current coffee recipes over there. And I guess we could do the teas on there as well. Because that would kind of make sense. I mean, yeah, it's a coffee maker, so you technically not put tea on there. But still, it's kind of a more appropriate place than just the oven. You wouldn't really do tea in the oven. You'd have more like a kettle for it, but still. It'll do. So if we go to files again. Here we go. Just come under here. And then if we go to recipes now, so essentially I've altered some of the add recipes for cooking stations. So yeah, this is the recipes for all the cooking stations, so we'll have to add our own one in here as well in a little bit. But yeah, there's the craft tools right there. This is like, yeah, easier variants of existing recipes. that use kitchen work table, which is fine. And then after this using campfire, so we can alter the ones using the campfire. So essentially I've got the coffee, the red tea and stuff. Currently now that goes to working oven. So what we want to do is we want to grab these four. So anything to do with tea, we can grab these. And then we could do, instead of craft area to working oven, let's make, we could just say tea and coffee recipes now require the coffee maker. There you go, so we can move these over here. So all we got to do is kind of follow suit. So we're just going to do a set attribute here. And let's see what we can do here. It's strange that your icons don't work, because for me, they just work without any problem, and you don't have to do all that extra to make it work. No, the thing is with yours, you've probably specified your craft area the same as your block name, whereas I have not, so that's a workaround. But the problem is some of my blocks need several craft areas instead of just one. So for example, like the workbench, for example, uses a craft area of backpack and workbench, but because say if you wanted like several craft areas to be on a thing, so say for example I had like a station that used like 3 different craft areas, you need to, if you call your station the same as one of your craft areas, that's great, but the other 2 craft areas, unless you've got a workstation that show and have the same name as those craft areas, they will also have a hammer icon. So to make up for the extra craft areas, you need to kind of just do like a dummy workstation that specifies that craft area as part of its workstation design. It's a little bit of a weird thing. I tried to fix it with a bit of code injection, but actually that caused the game to not make workstations usable at all, which is really funny. There's actually a property called workstation name, but if you use that property, it will cause your workstations to be unusable. But yeah, I found it with Hyder like a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh, this might work, and unfortunately it did not. So set attribute X path, and we're going to find any recipe whose name equals, let me just do this, so find any recipe whose name equals any of these things, and then we just want to do, I think that's literally it, and just like name equals craft area. Let me kind of move this down here, so keep it on a separate line. Name equals craft area, and then that's going to be coffee maker. So we go move those to the coffee maker craft area as well. You actually smoothie now this be made using a juicer on the kitchen work table, which is fair. So these are all the vanilla foods. So the other thing we've got to do. So yeah, what I've done here is I've made it so that if you make it on the campfire, it actually costs more materials. So essentially, to make it use less materials, you do it on the better workstations. But on the campfire, mine are all called different. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm guessing yours only specifies like one particular craft area. But yeah, in some cases, mine specify 2, because like for example, my campfire now doesn't use just the campfire recipes, it uses campfire food and campfire drinks, which are the harder variants of the recipes. But in order to make them have the same symbol as the campfire, I had to specify that separately, otherwise they'll just have the hammer, which is kind of weird. But yeah, it's a weird thing that I'm not quite sure how to work around, other than to make a dummy station. It doesn't really use that much up in memory either, because it's just, just extend the campfire and just, use this icon instead. So it kind of just creates a couple of clones of the same thing. But it works for what I need to do, so, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, is what I say. Okay, so you got Awesome Sauce, we've got Learn Elixir here. Okay, so once we got that settled in, then we need to go ahead and add an icon, don't we? So let's use our good friend Google Images, because, everyone loves Google Images. So let's go for a coffee maker icon. PNG, because this is how us pros do it. We look for icons and we just borrow without asking. That's what we do. We borrow without asking. That's the way we like to do things here. Well, at least when it comes to images, when we can't when we can't do art for shit like me. So then I kind of just just kind of find a good one and just take that. So which is a good coffee maker icon that's kind of blocky but simple? This one right here. So not too many faces or vertices on it. How's that looking? Does it have a? Only problem is it doesn't have the transparent background. How about that one? That's black and white. That one's also very simple. I quite like that, but this one might be even simpler, just because it's more squared off. I try and look for the simplest looking icons we can find. Hey BRS, welcome to the stream, dude. How you doing? He says, Roku, thanks for the fun tips. Hey everyone, it's Joel from the Fun Pimps. We don't want Max to make FennecMod, so we're going to try and make it as hard for him as possible to add new workstations. And damn it, he found a workaround. Now I'm pissed off with him. All right, so let's copy this. I'll just use this one, and we'll make it transparent ourselves. The way I can kind of quickly do this is just to go to a previous image that I already have. So resources, nope, not that one. UI atlases. Here we go. Item icon atlas. Actually, no, we don't want to add it. So UI atlas, here we go. So as you can see, I've already got a couple here. So we've got kitchen work table, we've got the one for the sinks, the ovens. So what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and just get this working oven, copy this thingy, and then let's go and save this. And then we're just going to call this UI. So save it as game symbol coffee maker. There we go, and then we just go ahead and flatten it, do all that stuff. Then we go ahead and add ours. There we go. So put this guy in here. And then all we'll do is we'll kind of make it smaller like this. So it kind of just about fits in there. Because you want to make the icon kind of like as big as you can. Okay, and then the other thing we want to do is pretty much make all these gray areas. You see all these gray areas around the edge. We want to up the contrast of these. So just go adjustments, and we'll go brightness contrast, and then we'll turn down the brightness and up the contrast as much as possible. That'll get rid of all the gray. Now we'll make it look like pixely like that, which might be seen as bad, but it's okay because we don't really care about that. Once it's really tiny, no one's going to see it, because when you kind of go this small, which is how big it's going to be in game, you don't really see it. So it's going to be even smaller than that. So not to worry about that. Okay, if you ever want your custom icons, let me know. I'm happy to make some. Thank you, dude. I will let you know if I need any. Because what I tend to do is find like assets and then kind of just take a screenshot of them and things like that. So it's kind of how I do. It's kind of how I've always done mine. Just like find a screenshot and it'll find a asset, use that asset, take a screenshot of it, and there we go. So there we go. You can kind of do that, and then we can invert the colors. Turn it white, and there we go. Now I got a coffee maker icon, and yeah, once that's like really tiny, you won't even see the pixelation when it's that small. So there we go. Now I got a coffee maker icon, which will go into game, and that's pretty much everything that we need there. So that's now in. So UI game symbol sync, and yeah, the coffee maker now is right there. You can just about see it here. In the needed copy, but she might get some. There we go. But yeah, coffee maker wasn't particularly for Melza, but I know Melza likes coffee. I think more like Unforgiven would be more of a user of this thing. But yeah, there we go. We've got the coffee maker now. And I think the only thing we need to do is add some localization, a recipe, and an unlock as well. So we need to be able to add these to be unlocked. So we'll probably what we could do is make it just a kitchen appliances schematic. Which will unlock we could unlock that at MasterChef 2, for example. And Vera says, you can have it, Dave. I'm not a fan of coffee. No worries, dude. Hello, Killer Bunny. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Thank you very much for popping in. Okay, so let's go to our localization now. And we're going to add the description for the coffee maker. Here we go. So, kitchen appliances power source. So there's our wall oven working. Okay, so we're on the working extractor. Kitchen work table. Okay, so we got it here. So let's go ahead and do this here. So this is coffee maker working, and then this is going to be blocks. That's going to be a workstation actually, and then this is going to be a working coffee maker. There we go. So we can go and have that one. Notepad++. Yes, this is the one I'm using. Killervalley's doing alright. Excellent. Yeah, Notepad++ is what I'm using. I've just zoomed in a little bit, so hopefully if you guys are watching on phones and stuff, it's a lot easier for you to see. And then we need coffee maker working FM description, blocks, workstation. Coffee maker is great for preparing all your coffees and can even fulfill your need for tea. There you go. You even fulfill your need for tea. Make sure to place it on an appliance power source and have power running. There you go, so we can make sure people know that it's a powered thing. I always use VS Code, way better on the eyes, and it's just the best out there, says Fusion. That's fair. I like Visual Studio for the I like Visual Studio for when it comes to like the C# stuff, but I kind of prefer Notepad for the XML. I prefer how it indents. I find it just a little bit more preferable for me. I hope it works as good as a Coke oven, says VR. Maybe. Then for editing pictures, what program? Oh, Paint.net is the one I'm using for that. It's absolutely free. You can download it off Paint.net. It's a very good program as well. GIMP as well is a good one. I think GIMP actually has more features than Paint.net does. But for me, I'm a simpleton when it comes to art, so I just need the less buttons I have to press to get a somewhat decent looking end result, the better. But yeah, so for simpletons like me, Paint.net is perfect. So yeah, I use that one. But yeah, there's also like paid alternatives like Photoshop and stuff like that, and CorelDRAW and all that stuff you can get for paid options, but they're a lot more expensive. So yeah. Definitely, Killer says I'm using GIMP. Yeah, GIMP is a good one. I have used that a couple of times, mainly for like when I made the fox in Fennec. I used that to adjust the colors of the coding because the Magic Wand tool was more precise in that than it is in Paint.net. But Paint.net for like very simple image manipulation, like I do, is really good. So I'm kind of happy with that. Okay, so yeah, we need to go ahead and make a. We need to go ahead and make a schematic, don't we, so that we can unlock the kitchen appliances. So let's go ahead first of all and add that into items. Here we go. Make him zombie poop. Okay. Okay, Ping Tutu. Okay. There we go. Dave says making the sewing machine next. So wait till the Coke come, but didn't get a bottle of Coke. You had to it's like an actual bottle of Coke. No, you can't get that. But yeah, for the Coke and stuff. Yeah, it's literally charcoal plus a jar will get you, or wood plus a jar will get you charcoal plus a bottle of creosote, which you need for the treated wood. That's Mel's tricks, is beers. Yeah, it's like, oh, put some wood in here, get a can of Coke. It's like, yeah, that's how you do it, Melza. Just watch out for the slag on the other side. Oh, we're getting started on this again. Here we go. Is that one of Mel's tricks too? I don't know. Right. So yeah, the sewing machine. Yeah, the sewing machine we already have. Yeah, so we don't need to make that one. But yeah, to make the sewing machine, Dave, you'll be on for that soon, I think. Okay, so what we need to do is now we need to add a schematic for this. So, well, the first thing we should do is add unlocked by, shouldn't we? So, well, do we do that now, or do we do the? Do we do that now, or do we do it? Do we make our item first, then do it? I think we should make our item first, so then we won't forget to make it. Because knowing my luck, I'll forget to make it. BRS says, Dave says, it works well. BRS is getting shit done. Here we are. Right. So, if we go now to items, because I believe we already have some stuff here. So we need to go foods, cooking stations, config, and then items. Here we go. So we go into our items here. Yeah, this is the miscellaneous resources, so upgrade kits. Those are the crafting tools. So I think we've got a schematic. Yeah, here we go. So what we want to do is we want to do for our schematics. Well, let's copy this one here. We'll just grab this one, and then we can add recipes to it as we go and as we make more stations. We'll say resource kitchen appliances. FM schematics. Here we go. So we'll go ahead and do that one, and it should be pretty good. So then what we got to do is select the schematic, and then the custom icon for that. Well, there'll be no custom icon for this because we want to have our own. Although actually, I think we need to specify this because Schematic Master does specify one. So for this one, we'll just say resource kitchen appliances FM. There you go. We'll just do that as our custom icon. So then once we got this one, it unlocks. So this one's going to be resource well, this one we can just do. This one will unlock the under our blocks area here. Okay, we don't need this open. Let's go and close that one. I don't need. So I don't need that open. This one will be kitchen appliance power source. So it unlocks the power source, and then for now it also unlocks the other one, which is this guy here. So it unlocks the coffee maker working and the power source for the coffee maker. So let's go and do that one. There we go. And what we need to do is we need to go ahead and copy both of these. Now, that's a little bit weird because you can only specify one of these in unlocks, but that's fine. So you say unlocks the coffee maker there, but then here you pretty much go ahead and specify everything that you want it to unlock right there. It's a little bit weird. Because it says I'm using GIMP for adding picture for different items, like weapons. Like I said, for a picture that fits good, then I make it transparent. Yeah, that's fair. That's kind of what I do as well. But yeah, I just use Paint on X. I just find it a little easier on the brain. Because like I said, I'm no artist, so I just find what I can. Okay, so that's going to currently unlock both of them. So now what we can do is we can go in recipes now, or in localization. Actually, first blocks. So we're going to go property name. Let's do it right here because I don't think we've got an unlocked by here, have we? So we're going to go property name equals unlocked by value. It's going to be perk master chef, and it also gets unlocked by resource kitchen appliances FM schematic. So those are the two things that unlock it, and then the same. So the same will be done by this as well. So for the wall oven working, so that's the coffee maker, and we have to do the same right here as well. So both of these will be unlocked by that. And then the other thing we need to do is add that to the perks as well. So it can unlock I can't use the machine gun over nighttime, attracts the wrong crowd, but it's great fun. I got puked on standing next to a fuel dump and got blown up. Lived, but just. Wow, that's awesome. Alright, so now I got that done, we can go into... Okay, so the next thing we need to do is under progression here. So add the sync upgrade here, so advanced engineering 3. Let's see. Okay, no, this is incorrect. I've actually said it as is unlocked by MasterChef, but it's not, is it? We'll have working extractor. I made a boo-boo. I made a big boo-boo. So under here, that's actually a bug, isn't it? So we got to go up here. It's actually advanced engineering that unlocks these. So that's a bit of a misinfo. So yeah, we should do the same here. So perk advanced engineering. Okay, so we'll make it unlocked by advanced engineering then. So same with this one. So anywhere we see Master Chef, go ahead and just chuck that back in there. There we go. So we'll do advanced engineering here instead. Might be a bit easier. So yeah, that's that one. We'll run the working extractor, and then this one unlocked by. Oh wait, no, the upgrades, the kits that are unlocked by this, isn't it? Yeah, so that's fine. So just unlock this. Very good. It says, "Too bad you didn't get the wood when they harvest trees." You didn't get the wood when they harvest trees. Well, exactly. Yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Like they knock the trees down, you'll see like a pile of wood there. Okay, so save that. So that's now corrected there. So that's actually a bug fix right there. Look at that. Okay, so then we got to go into here. And under progression, we need to unlock these here. So, engineering, so from 3 to 5 unlocks the oven upgrade kit, the wall oven working extractor. So we should probably add these to advanced engineering here, shouldn't we? So we can go. This is going to be working. Actually, no, this is coffee maker working. And we have as well as that one, so we've got to add these to our progressions here. So coffee maker working, and we've got to do, what's the name of that? Cabinet old sink working. No, it's going to go down a bit. So coffee, and also this one, kitchen appliance power source. Okay, and in our compact mod, if both are installed, it'll also unlock the other one. So, God Maker working, and kitchen appliance power source. There you go. So, add those two to here. Okay, now the other thing we've got to do is add that to, we've got to add this to our description as well in localization. So, let's look for Perk Advanced Engineering 3. See if we can find that. It's somewhere down here. Perk Advanced Engineering Rank 3 long description. Yeah, that's just in systems such as electric fences, craft sink and oven upgrade kits to turn useless sinks into water sources and ovens into working ones. Craft hang on. So yeah, craft sink and oven upgrade kits to turn useless sinks into water sources, ovens to working ones. Craft kitchen working kitchen appliances to ease your cooking burdens. There you go. So do that one. Gel. I'll just copy and paste that in here. The output of this coffee maker is normal or blackstrap. You'll be able to make both. Normal and blackstrap will be done. Plus, you can do goldenrod and red tea on there as well. Just because it kind of makes sense. You know, you boil water and stuff, so kind of makes sense. It's one of those be-all end-all things. So once you got that, we also, the other thing I need to do is in my Fennec compact mod, I need to make sure that the descriptions there are updated too, because in the compact mod, it actually bases the description on whether there are more things affecting the same perk. It's a bit of a headache with the descriptions here, but yeah, it's one of those things. So Advanced Engineering Rank 3, FennecMod, wood processing cooking stations, water sources and others into working ones. So we add that here. Craft kitchen appliances to ease your cooking burdens. So this is essentially if two mods are installed, I kind of add the two mod codes kind of here, and it kind of works together. Easy cooking burdens. Let me copy this line here because I know there's another area I've got to add this one. So that uses cloth processing and concrete processing. That uses cooking stations and concrete processing. So we have to add that one there. And then this uses all of them, I think. So that uses cooking stations, concrete processing, cloth processing, concrete processing. So that's going to be in here as well. So that has got to sit there. There you go. So yeah, this just makes sure that if multiple modlets are installed, the description keys update accordingly. So yeah, bit of a headache right there. And a new Mercer Strength coffee you can clean the hull of a shit with. give you a guts dropped debuff after it's been consumed for a little while. It's like you'll get like mega strength, but then you'll just get like leaky guts for like an hour. Okay, so that's updated in there. Perfect. So that's fine. We've got that done. Okay, so now we've got that added. We've got the progression done. So now we've got to add the schematic details, haven't we? So we're going to do. Let me find the schematics here. So where is the? Here we go. So Sing Out Kit. So tool breadboard. Here we go. Resource kit. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to go. So what do we call these ones? So power blocks. So it's under items, isn't it? That we called it here. So in our items here, we just called it resource kitchen appliances FM schematic. So let's go and grab that name key and put that in here. We don't need to add a description key purely because all schematics have the same one, so that's fine. The farting always makes me laugh. Yeah, it's great. Okay, so you got items, resource. I already had to simplify my localizations a bit. Okay. Kitchen appliances. Schematic. Here we go. There we go. So that's the kitchen appliances one. So that will now go ahead and allow it to be found. The next thing we need to do is add those kitchen appliances into, we need to make sure those are added into the loot and traders. So we need to make sure that the traders actually drop them or sell them, and that you can find them in loot as well. So that's going to be something that we need to work on. So let's go ahead and do that. So luckily I kind of already got the stuff set up for that. So if I can avoid my too many tab syndrome here and get to the file I need. There you go. So come under here. So let's do loot first. So as you can see, I've already added set treatable place can be found. Wait, that's the wrong error. My bad, wrong error. Gotta do it here. Whoops. We've got to do it under cooking stations. Here we go. So cooking stations. Let's do it under here. Here we go. So if we go into config and then under loot first, here we go. So loot group name is schematics tools tier 1. So that's the not group kit. So we can add this here. So item name equals yada yada. Put that in there. And that's all the tools, cover tools. So yeah, I've added those covers in there. So for the tray, all can be found in cupboards, which is fair. I'm going to make that slightly more common, by the way, because no one could find the tools they wanted. So let me go ahead and do that. Help me a little bit. Right, so there we go. That's all good. And then I've also got to do the same. Okay, we don't need that open anymore. We just have to do it with traders as well. Make sure the trader sells the schematic as well, because that'd be kind of good. So under traders here, we have to add it right here. So name is schematics electrical. So item name equals this, yada yada. Put that in there. Close the quote. Perfect. Right, there we go. Now traders will stock it as well. Excellent. Right, so now I've done that, the only other thing I need to do, I think, is look at UI display. And that's for the coffee maker, isn't it? So we've got to go and do that. So if I go into again, so UI display allows the coffee maker to display its recipes, which we kind of want to happen. So come into here. So you can see I've got one for the wall oven working and for the kitchen work table. So we just need to do another one. And the display name is label category drink. Yeah, and we just got to say working on drinks, cooking, pretty much. So let's go ahead and grab this one. And under here, we just have to call it the same as our. We just have to call it the same as our other one. So we just got to call it coffee maker working FM. And then the only labels we need for coffee maker is obviously not going to have food on it, so we don't need to worry about this one. So get rid of that. And we literally just have to make it have the drinks, and then it will display the drink on the workstation. And that should be fine. And then we just need to add some recipes. So we just need to add a recipe for the coffee maker itself. So like I said, when I do this, I assume that there are no other mods installed, and then let my compat mod take care of the rest of that. So what we'll do is we'll do learnable. So we need to do resource water filter. Okay, so right here. So we're going to go recipe name equals coffee maker working, and count, of course, is going to be 1. Craft area, it's going to be workbench, and craft time, of course, is going to be like a minute, something like that. Tags needs to be learnable, and then to make it craft faster on the workbench, we just want to use workbench crafting. There we go. Okay, let's go and do our ingredients now. So ingredient name, and then we'll have. Okay, so the coffee maker is mainly made out of plastics, so you should probably have that one. So resource scrap polymers count, and let's have like 5 of those. Sounds good. And then ingredient name equals resource. There's going to be electric parts in there. So like 3 electric parts in there. And then we probably want, probably going to be a couple of mechanical parts in there, maybe 1. So resource mechanical parts, we want 1 of those. and then ingredient name equals drink jar empty, just to be like the glass part. Count as 1, and I think that'd be pretty good. There we go. So now we got a recipe for the coffee maker now, so you can make that once you unlock it. But yeah, I think the drink jar, the empty jar, kind of signifying the glass bit in there, will do. Save me having to like worry about what broken glass is and how to craft with it. Okay, so that's everything we need to make the coffee maker work standalone. Now what we've got to do is make it integrate with the other mods. So one thing I need to do is we need to have a look at, well, the first one we should look at is Fennec Foods, right? Because there's a couple of things in Fennec Foods that will need to change. And if we've got the cooking stations installed, we need to actually change some of the drinks recipes to use this instead. Now the only one that we really have that's got to change over is the Yorkshire tea, so we have to change that one over. So the way I do this, like I said, I make it so that my mods assume that none others are installed. The only one that does assume that whether a mod's installed is this guy right at the end, this mod compat here that loads after all the mods and therefore can detect which ones are there. So if we go into recipes here, if I type in, okay, so Yorkshire tea. Okay, so what we can do is, you can see that I've said the Yorkshire tea currently is going to the working oven, so I just had to redirect this to the coffee maker. Is there any other drinks and stuff here that we need to do? No. So that's the only thing I need to do, is instead of having it go, so essentially it says, do we have the dependency for foods and do we have the dependency for cooking stations? All we need to do is pretty much copy this entire thing. So we're going to set attribute here, and then we're going to go down here, and we're going to say recipe whose name equals, and then just get rid of this one, and then here we want name equals craft underscore area, and this now is going to be the coffee maker. There you go. So we'll change Yorkshire tea now to use the coffee maker, because that is now in game. Right, the next thing we want to do is we need to make it so that if we have the which one am I thinking of now? The power mod installed. So if we have the improved electronics mod installed, we need to allow the creation of the essentially allow the creation of the improved power bank. Oh, that's one thing that we didn't add either. We needed to add into our recipes one how to make the power appliance, didn't we? So let's go and do that real quick. So we're going to do recipe name equals, and then that's going to be, let's go into blocks here. I'll grab it from there. So kitchen appliance power source. So let's go and do that one. So recipe name kitchen appliance power source. And then of course count is going to be 1. Craft area with the workbench, and then craft time is going to be 45. Tags, of course, learnable, and workbench crafting. Okay. Craft area is work. Where have I specified workbench? Hang on, because I've made a boo-boo somewhere. Hang on. Where have I specified workbench? That's not good. That's going to be workbench. There we go. There's a typo. Okay, so then let's go ahead and sort this out. So tags going to be learnable workbench crafting. So let's go and do that one. So close that one. Okay, and then we're going to go ingredient name equals resource wood FM. Can't wait, we don't need the FM on that one because that's a vanilla thing. Count equals 10. Ingredient name equals resource nail. Count equals 4. Ingredient name resource electric parts. 2. And I have to correct count there, so count equals 2. And then ingredient name is going to be resource metal pipe. Value, or count, I should say, is 1. There we go, so add all those, and there we go. So put those together, now we have a way to craft that one. Okay, so yeah, now we need to make it play nicely. So we made it play nicely with the additional foods modeler. So now we need to make it play nicely with improved electronics, because we need it to have, we need a way for us to be able to upgrade the power source into an improved one, right? So that's one thing we've got to do. So the first thing we can do is we also need to make it unlockable. So if we go into, yeah, and we'll start with blocks, because that's probably the easiest thing we can do. So crafting with processing, and we need to find, what we need to do is find cooking stations, because I've labeled all this. So let's see if we can find the one that integrates, so that's additional foods and cooking stations, but what we need to do is look for improved electronics and cook stations. So adds an upgrade path for the oven extractor. So we also need to add, let's do it here, so adds an upgrade path for the appliance power source to the improved one. There we go, so let's go and do that first. Let's see. Jackson says, bears that say only you can prevent forest fires. Yeah, and then they puke fire at you. that'd be funny, wouldn't it? Only you can prevent forest fires. Prevent this! Alright, so let's go and grab this one. So we'll copy this guy here, because this kind of has most of the tags and stuff that I need. So, what we need to do is grab the, from our other blocks file here. So yeah, this is where things get a little bit involved. So kitchen appliance power source. So first of all we say find the block who's called kitchen appliance power source, and then it upgrades to kitchen appliance power source improved. And to do that you need to use one of these improved things. Here we go. So then the other thing we need to do is we need to make it so that the improved one of the power sources is unlocked by advanced engineering or the improved power banks schematic right there. Okay, see, I have a separate schematic that unlocks all the improved power banks from here. Fart fire. Oh, there you go. Gotta be something. I was saying, I wonder if there is a way to make something come out of their rear end, because I know you can make it like come out of any joint on the body, but they don't like turn away from you to do it. They always like face you. So you'd have to make like a custom AI task that makes them like turn around and then like fart it out at you. That'd be hilarious. God, the things we come up with in modding class. Yeah, that's what we do. All right, so that's that one done. So now we specified that you can upgrade it with this in items now. Let's do items. So in items now, let's look for again cooking stations. So this improved electronics cooking stations here. So now it adds the improved oven extractor recipe to the unlocked by the schematic. Allows the oven extractor upgrade item to be usable. Yeah, we have to do that as well. Actually, we can do this in one line. The oven extractor upgrade item. And because we need to make sure that the stone axe and all that can actually use it, which is kind of crazy. Flamethrowers, yes, there is actually one in the vanilla file somewhere, so it just needs to be unlocked. So let's try to an appliance power source upgrade items to be usable. So this is essentially, this line here is pretty much saying, well, the stone axe can use these. Power source improved. We're just saying the stone axe can use these as upgrade items, and then we got to go ahead and do one working extractor, and then in here we need to go and add this, so we can do that as well. Power source improved. So this will unlock the recipe for that as well. So now we got that done. The next thing we need to do, now we've got this, is we need to now enable that in progression as well, to make it so that if you've got that, and then we need to just add the recipe for the improved version as well. So that's not too bad. So now we go into progression. So FennecMod entities animals. So we need to look for, that's a scrap collector. That one is corpse harvest. So that's improving electronics plus cooking stations. Yep. So unlocks the improved. Oh, hold on. Improved extractor and appliance power bank in advanced engineering. So let's just add this to here. So from 4 and 5 we get the improved ones. There we go. So we'll add that to here. There we go. It says stand up and peace flames on users choices. Yeah, there might be a way to make the bear kind of animate on 2 legs. That'd be funny, like to see an actual walking bear just go along like something. You're like, oh my god, what the hell? Okay, so we got that done. So we've got that integrated in progression now. So the last thing we need to do is add the recipes, and then also, if that recipe is added, if all 3 are installed, we need to make it play good with the treated wood as well. So let's look for cooking stations again. So let's see. So we need to change meatloaf, hard versions, adjust. So that's more meats and cooking stations. That's cooking stations and wood processing. Well, this one we need to make the cabinet, or make the appliance power source recipe use treated wood. There we go. So maybe it's tool breadboard. Actually, wait, no, we can do this right here. So this will make it use treated wood, or name equals this. Power source of them, resource treated wood. There we go. So that does that, which is awesome. Nitro chickens. God, you're as bad as Ping Tutu earlier. He was like, make everything that kills you. I was like, really? You sure? You sure? And he was like, yeah, make it so that everything explodes. I was like, well, I could do that. I don't think people would be too happy with me. Okay, so we need to do, let's see, cooking stations here. FennecMod, cooking stations, make 7 extractor require refined cable. And actually, recipe name equals 411 working extractor FM. And we should make that for the appliances as well. For name equals appliance power sources. So it makes the oven extractor and appliance power sources require refined cable. There we go. As a recipe for the improved extractor. And then we need to add a recipe for adds recipe for the improved kitchen appliance power source. So you have to add a new one for that as well. So if I copy this slot here, plonk that down there, and there we go. And Vera says, Melza, hey there, welcome back, Melza. Kamikaze buzzards. One thing I didn't want to do though is, because I call vultures like just giant oversized chickens, I didn't want to make them like a white variant with like a red bit on the top, so they do actually look like just fluffy chickens. That would be something. But yeah, when it comes to like adding new entities and stuff, that's going to be an A20. Main reason because they're reskinning all like the zombies and everything from A19 to 20. So I don't want to do work now and just have it undone and then have to redo it next alpha, because that would suck. So I'm kind of waiting on that just so that we can wait and have it update when they've done all the work they want to do on the entities for now. Because otherwise I'll end up doing it and then I'll have to do it again, and that would suck. And it's like, no. Okay, so the recipe we need is this. Let's come over here. So you can say the recipe name equals this one improved. Craft time, definite 120. Let's make that 60. And then pretty much copy the stuff here. So we'll go over here. So under the other recipe then that we have, which is back here, it's pretty much copy all of this stuff here. But the only thing we need to change is the improved electrical parts, essentially. So yeah, these always have 4 ingredients, so I can add the better ones later. So under recipes here, we just go and copy this slot out. And then we need to add refined cable here as well. So ingredient name equals resource refined cable FM. Now how many does the oven have when it adds that? 2. So we'll just add 2 to this as well. Count equals 2. Actually wait, I made that have 4, don't I? So let's go and do that. Make that have 4. And then what we need to do is, instead of electrical parts, we want improved electrical parts and the same amount. Because yeah, for the better workstations, you need to add the improved ones. There we go. That'll make it work. Okay, so FennecMod, quality of crafting, concrete processing. So now what I've got to do is I've got to make it so that if all 3 are installed, this recipe here will use treated wood as well. So I have to go from there as well. And that says flashy chickens. Woo woo! Says we're talking about your coke ovens with beer. I said, yeah, we were a little bit, weren't we? Okay, so I need to make it. I need to make sure. I need to see. Okay, so we haven't specified for all 3 mods being installed. So we have to. This is where it gets a little bit crazy now. So we want to do. So FennecMod crafting, wood processing, plus FennecMod crafting, or no, FennecMod foods, cooking stations, plus FennecMod quality of life, improved electronics. Okay, so we got to do this now, and we want to say makes the improved appliance power relay require treated wood instead of regular. So regular wood, there we go. So let's go and do that. the oven with coconut slag. That's the one, Melza. That's the one. Okay, yeah. So this is like now dealing with 3 modlets together, which is kind of a bit crazy, but it's doable. This is just where things get a little bit over the top, but that's okay. So let's look for our other one here. So crafting sanctity improved. I also had to make sure that it uses the yeah, there's a couple of things in here as well that I need to check for scrap plastics being used and improve those. There's probably quite a few of these that require triple mod compatibility or even 4 mods working together. In which case, the cooking stations actually do require 4 mods working together in some cases. It's one of those modlets that actually comes into quite a lot of areas. So that's wood processing. So FennecMod crafting harder recipes. Changes the new medical items. Cloth processing and harder recipes. Here we go. So where is my hang on. Cooking stations, here we go. New alcohol recipes are now there. Okay, let's go and find where I needed to do it. Alters recipes. Where was my area? Change the meatloaf up. Harder versions of campfire recipes. More meats and cooking stations. Cooking stations and wood processing. This is the one. So what we gotta do is we gotta grab Actually, we can grab this one, so we'll append improve electronics, crafting cooking stations. Yeah, so we need all three essentially. So we need to do improve electronics. Is that the only last cooking stations we have left? Recipe for the improved kitchen one. So I need to do the I need to find the wood processing one together as well, because this is where things get a little bit crazy. So just it's from meat. Let me find this. So foods, more meats, and cooking stations plus wood processing. Here we go. So let me grab this one here. This is as you can see, this is a really long X path here, but we got this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way down here, and we're going to put this back here. I was going to say, so if you've got wood processing, cooking stations, and then we need to add a third one here, and we need to just do comment equals, and then dependency, FennecMod, and it's going to be QOL improved electronics with a space on the end there. So that's if all three are done. Then we need to find the recipe whose name is the improved power bank here. Location appliance power source improved FM, and then find the ingredient whose wood and tint Twitter wood. There you go, that's fine. So yeah, that'll cover all three mods being done together. Because that's the one thing is when we have three together, if you have two of them, we added the recipe for the improved one, but then we've also got to make sure that if all three happen to be installed, that recipe also gets updated with the treated wood as well, and gets added correctly. Because otherwise we're going to have some problems there. Otherwise, okay, so that's fine. So I don't think there's much we need to do aside from that to add that cooking station. So as far as I'm aware, that should be everything we need to specify the cooking station is done. Like I said, if I did this all in one model, this process would be a lot easier. However, I want it to be so that you guys can turn stuff on and off as you see fit. So if you don't like the cooking stations, you don't have to use them. So you've already got Yorkshire tea added to the cooking stations, so that's all good. Now the other thing we're going to need to do then, so now we got that done, we should go ahead and test it out in game and see if it works. So what we'll do is we'll enable, well first of all we'll just test it on its own. We'll do that first, and then we'll enable everything, and we'll see if that integrates nicely with everything as well. So yeah, test it alone first, and then integrate and see what happens. So let's go and get started with this. So let that run. Okay, so now we got that one. We can go play. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So grab this guy. Loading game. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll load up an instance of the pre-further first, and we'll go from there. Now while that's loading, let me go see if we have any changes to the poll, and if we do, then we'll move on to something else after this. Let me see. So, no, it looks like Cooking Stations is still very much in the lead right now, so it's still 20 votes for that. A whopping third of the votes are still for Cooking Stations. Industrial is coming up in a close second. Okay, so still the votes are still going, which is awesome. Okay, let's go and load this up now and go from there. So there we go. We can get started from here and see how we go. So did we get any red text? We probably did. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, we did. We got some red text. I see it right there. Okay, so let's go and see what our issue was. So. Good thing we test it individually first to make sure that we don't get too many issues. So let's hop out of game here and see what we got here. Right, so red text, get out of the way. How's the buffering been for you guys today? By the way, has it been better? Have you guys had any buffering this time around, or have we not been so bad? Okay, so now I got that done. Let's see where our red text was. So if we go into player log, I can look for the red text exception here. Okay, so no item block would name, copy maker working existing in thread manager. Okay, so that's going to be because in our recipes file down here, kitchen appliance power source, blocks, kitchen appliances, we got to find our recipes. That's one thing I do have to do as well, is make it so that the coffee maker uses plastic sheets if the oil processing mod is installed with this as well. So that's something I'm going to do. So that's going to be coffee maker working. It's just going to have FM on the end of it. Perfect. So add that on the end. There we go. And let me see. So King Flame, how you doing, dude? It's been a little while. He says, "Hi, folks. It's been a while. I've been busy. I'm busy bug fixing today." Well, actually, we're adding it. We just added a coffee maker in, and now we're just working on getting it to integrate nicely with all the other modlets. So yeah, it's been a while, dude. I hope you've been keeping well. How have you been? Oh, and I'll tell you, you need to get into contact with Vincent on my Discord, because he's I know you're really into your anime and stuff like that, and he's pretty much set up a server with like tons of anime on it. So I would definitely go ahead and PM him, because you gotta get access to it. It's on Plex, so you sign up with Plex and then ask him to get access to that, because yeah, he has like tons of anime on there, and I think it might be something you like. So yeah, you want to contact him directly. He's Vincent Von Darkness in my Discord, so if you contact him directly, he should be able to give you some access to that. Okay, so coffee maker working. There we go. So that looks good. So what we need to do now is make sure that if we use cooking stations, we want to make sure that the coffee maker requires, instead of scrap polymers, we want to make it use plastic sheets instead. Because plastic sheets were like the refined version, and that's kind of a requirement for later, right? So let's see if we can do that. So if we look for oil processing, I don't know if we have any cooking stations integration already. If we don't, then we're going to have to add that, which is fine. Oil processing, quality life for electronics. Looks like the only one we have for this is that. Okay, so looks like we don't have any other oil processing mods in there. Okay, let's look for cooking stations first, and then we'll go and find the wood processing one and add it there. Cloth processing and cooking stations, that is concrete processing and cooking stations. Just the advanced engineering to reflect both model changes. So yeah, that allows you to do that one. So what have we got here? So crafting, improved electronics. Okay, so what we want to do is we probably want to add it. Yeah, we probably want to add it to here. So now let me just double check where the wood one is, because I want to add it to where the wood processing is here. Cloth processing, concrete processing. So concrete and cloth, just advancing in pack. Electronics. I thought we had one with wood processing going on here as well. I don't know. There's so many things in here. That's the thing. Concrete processing, electronics, cloth processing. That's the concrete one. Just advancing in pack. Yeah, I guess it's not in here. I could have sworn we added the treated wood. Hang on, let me look for treated wood here. Treated wood FM. Oh, hold on, I'm in the wrong file, that's why. Duh. Okay, close that down. Okay, too many tab syndromes, get me again. There we go. That'll be why. We should go into there. So, look for that. So, improved sewing table needs treated wood. This will tell me all the ones I need. Change the soldering table to use trade word. Cooking stations, here we go. Improve electronics. That's wood processing. I just want the cooking stations one though, on its own. That's chicken coops, cloth processing. Cooking stations, here we go, and wood processing. So we want to add the cooking stations and oil processing here as well. So we want to go here. So FennecMod, foods, cooking stations, plus FennecMod crafting, and that was oil processing. So this is going to make the station require plastic sheets. Makes coffee maker require plastic sheets instead of scrap polymers. Okay, here we go. So then we can go. Let me just put that down there. Then we're going to copy this one. We can just change a couple of things in here. Cooking stations. Okay, so we want to go FennecMod crafting and just change that to oil processing right there. Very good. And then we need the recipe whose name is coffee maker working FM. So let's go and do that one. So find the recipe whose name equals coffee maker. Then find the ingredient name whose ingredient is resource scrap polymers. And then just change that to plastic sheets. There we go. And then we also want to make it so that the plastic sheets get divided in half as well. So we're going to do an attribute math, I think. Yeah, we'll do an attribute math. Now this is a bit of a different tag. It's one that I've actually created for helping mod. But I'll show you how I'll show you how it pretty much works. It's not that difficult, but I use it so rarely that I have to remind myself. So essentially what you do is if you have an attribute math one, now this isn't available in vanilla, you need Fennec core to use it. So yeah, just bear that in mind. So now I've got to find my my place again. So cooking stations plus FennecMod crafting. Oil processing. No, not there. Okay. Crafting, wood processing. Okay, it's right down here. Okay, got it. Right here, so we can use a attribute math tag right here. Oh yeah, where this one gets plastic sheets as Melza. You can wrench them in the upcoming version. You'll be able to wrench a lot of items for them. I've made them a lot more common. They are very rare in the current version, but the new one, they are a lot more common. So we want to add, so the wood processing, we want to be oil. So wood processing, we want to go oil processing, and FennecMod foods cooking stations. So foods cooking stations. There you go. So then what we want to do is find the recipe whose name equals coffee maker working. So we find the name whose result plastic sheet. So because we've changed scrap polymers to plastic sheets, this XPath directly below will now work. So essentially what you do is it's pretty much like a set attribute XPath, but what you do is you say, okay, this is the attribute, this is the node I want, the name of the attribute is count, and then you get to specify an operation of add, subtract, multiply, divide, and then you say what value you want it to be divided by, and then if there's a chance of it going below a certain value, you say, well, the minimum I want is 1. So essentially then, if you can use this to select a ton of nodes at once, and then divide or add a certain amount to all their values without having to do it individually per thing. Because what you sometimes have to do, say if you wanted to like half the cost of all wood in every recipe, you couldn't do that in vanilla. You'd have to do like a load of set attributes and say find everything that's between 2 and 3 and turn it to 1. Then you'd have to do another one and say find everything that's between 4 and 5 and turn it to, and turn it to 2. Then for 6 and 7, turn it to 3. You'd have to do it each and every time. With attribute math, you can do it in one go, which is one of those things. Where does that? And Beer is like, and versus rubbernecked. Yeah. Angel, I'm an angel. Vera's running to the loo. Oh man, you guys are hilarious. Okay, so that should work now. Now let's try and see if we got this to work. If we did, then awesome sauce. Then that would be very nice. But yeah, as you can see, with how much work goes into Fennec, you can see just adding one item with all the modeler changes is quite a lot. So yeah, once it's all done though, hopefully I can make an AIO version as well, which would actually be quite nice if they're all in one together. But yeah, lots of crossover between modelers means that there needs to be a lot of patching done at the end to kind of make them flow better. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one. Yeah, I wish there was like conditionals that you could do in mods as well to say if this item exists, use it. Otherwise, use like a base version, which would actually be really nice as well. Plastic sheets. Okay, let's try and load a world again and see what happens here. So editing tools, load the preferter because it's the quickest world to load by far. And by quick it means like probably by about a whopping 20 seconds quicker than a main world, which for this computer is not bad, honestly. Right, let's see if we get any more red text. We probably will because we did like quite a lot of changes at one go. So, and then what we gotta do is also look for any of the XPath errors that come up from this and adjust them as well. So I rate for gathering plant power, it would do it in a 2 by 3 area. Well, I've got something that can do an upgrade in a certain area, so maybe that wouldn't be so hard. Maybe we could do it via buffs, potentially. Okay, so we're back in the world. So these things are still existing. This thing is actually still powered, although the wires have disappeared, so we're going to rewire it again. So rewire all those. There you go. So you won't see those wires there, but they are powered. So now we got our got this guy here, and now this thing should work, and it does have goldenrod tea, red tea, blackstrap, so it does have all the recipes on there. So that works here. Yeah, I need to make a different opening sound for this as well, which is not too bad. It's probably something I can do as a late game thing. So now if I look at tea, okay, let's give myself some skill points really quick. Give self XP a lot. There we go. Then we come under here, and let's see what I got here. So let's go and unlock Master Chef first. So go and unlock these, and then get some of them. So now if I type tea, there you go, look, it shows the coffee maker icon right there as well. So yeah, red tea. Yeah, so you can do goldenrod tea on the coffee maker, or you could do it on the campfire for 3 goldenrod flowers. So by doing it on the coffee maker, you save on resources. There you go. Joel steroid coffee. Not a tumor blend. Gives you like +3 to strength for 2 minutes or something like that. And like maybe like -1 to int. that'd be quite funny. Okay, so that works. So we've got that. That's showing the coffee maker icons right there. That one is able to craft. So let's go and check that these actually craft with power. So let's go and get water, and let's go and get, I made goldenrod. There you go. That's the block, isn't it? No, that's not one. Okay, so we should be able to do that right now. So click one of those. Yeah, still using the campfire thing, so I need to adjust the sounds and stuff, but that's not so difficult. But yeah, we should see that ticking down. So if I turn off the power now, Oh, you have to become a loot block? Oh, okay, it picked it up. Oopsie, didn't want to do that. Right, you go back there. I don't want to pick you up. I wanted to power you. Okay, so let's craft another one. So it does output. Let me craft another one just to check that if I turn this off, we should see. There you go. Warning, no power. Crafting is halted. So we should see now that this does not count down. Come out station, come back in. Does not count down. So yeah, if there's no power to it, then it will not craft. So there we go. A jolt up. Does it make blackstrap? Yes, it does. So you'll be able to get blackstrap on here, right here. You can make one blackstrap copy right there. So you need the art of mining volume 4, obviously, to do it. But yeah, it takes one of these, 5 gunpowder. So yeah, coffee beans, full of water, some gunpowder. Well, if we have a look at coffee, real quick. Because yeah, blackstrap coffee can be made on either. So that's, and yeah, if you don't use that, it requires 15 off of the station. So yeah, making it on the station is a lot more efficient. As you can see, it's like triple saving pretty much is what you'll get if you use the coffee maker. So early game, it'll be a bit harder to make it. You can still do it. It will just require more of the type of thing to make them. But then when you get the coffee maker unlocked, you'll be able to do that. 7 coffee. So original recipe on the campfire requires 3, and on the coffee maker now requires 1. But yeah, you can have the blackstrap on there. So that's fine. So yeah, you can now make it on both. So there we go. We actually got a working coffee maker added, and it seems pretty good. So the other thing we're gonna do is just kind of changes here. The other thing we're gonna do now is enable everything and check the recipes. Keep talking about it. Someday he will show up in here. That would be hilarious. You're like, I see you messing with my game. I don't appreciate that. I'm gonna send the zombie bear over to your house. I tried to send a boar, but they're too aggressive, so we had to go for the zombie bears instead. Okay, so let's turn on all the mods that are required. So this one, there's 4 of them that are not needed yet. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll turn all the mods on now. Just make sure they work with everything here. So FennecMod, industrial. Okay, ore and processing is still in the works, but yeah, that'll be coming at some point. There we go. That's not funny. Quit saying stuff about me. Grandma's old style coffee gives you a silver tongue. So good, like for trading and stuff. I guess could be pretty cool. Yeah, we can add some more into foods. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so let's go and build all the models together. So yeah, now it's going to take. This is the big long load step, trying to load all the mods together. And this is where we can now test for XPath issues and make sure that everything that we wanted to add did get added. It's a good thing I made, I don't know if any of you guys ever played it in A17, but the Dead Rising mod pack that I made. I don't know if any of you guys played that, but it's a good thing I did make that back in the day, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have known how to like worry about mod dependencies and things like that. But now I do, so you know, it's all good. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that and play. Here we go. Fully lead beans. Alright, load this up. Here we go. Right, this is going to take a little bit longer to load this time, because we have a crap ton of stuff now. But all I want to do is verify the recipes and that they work. That's pretty much all I want to do. Just verify that the crafting ingredients are set correctly, and we don't get any XPath errors. So if there's going to be XPath errors, now will be the time to show. So watch them go. We're going to get a lot of yellow text. That's just normal for this because there's so many mods trying to interplay with each other. I know what those missing script things are though. I have no idea how to get rid of that. I think it's probably to do with my Unity assets or something. There's a missing script on there, but I don't know why. I don't know what I'm missing on it. I don't know what scripts you're meant to load onto them, but oh well, it's all good. It doesn't actually affect anything in the game, so it's all fine. It's all fine, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. So let's see what happens here. There we go. So done blocks, done items. Yeah, as you can see, to patch on the X-Class, it takes a long time. It takes a long ass time. Yeah. But thinking about it though, this is an AMD FX system, and the fact that it still loads this means that my mods must be quite efficient. So that's good. I guess that's the benefit to developing on an old PC. Okay. So some of these are normal, but others are not. Let's see. Harder recipes, that's normal. These are normal. Create a name each word. Okay, so that one didn't apply. So we're gonna have to see what's wrong with that. Let's have a look. Joel reference? No reference. Don't know me. Joel reference. No, okay, so one of the X-Files is gonna look funny, but I had to figure out what that is in a bit. Okay. So come in here now. Yeah, the coffee things may have disappeared, but we can re-add those. Yeah, the main reason they have is because all the blocks have got remapped since we've added modlets. So let's go ahead and get the coffee maker. Actually, we want our powered one, don't we? So coffee maker working. So what we should find now is that the Yorkshire tea is in here as well, right? Ah, 2 recipes have showed up in there. Okay, that's a slight issue. So I had to see what's wrong with that. So yeah, we do have 2 in there for some reason. But that's probably something that where it's been set to in a certain recipe. I would have thought. Okay, so let's go and unlock. I think skill's gonna have bugged out a bit as well, aren't they? So resourcefulness, hang on. So strength, yeah, it's down to 1. So pump that back up. There we go. Right, let's see. So Yorkshire tea here. Let me see. Yeah, potatoes for milk. That's fine. Oh no, actually no, that is actually perfectly normal. There are meant to be 2 because yeah, there's the milk or the soy milk variant. So actually that's fine. That's fine. That's part of testing. Moses just informed me my game's going to commit suicide. Yeah, it will. Once you get the new version, yeah, because I've had to change the way that the transformer style blocks save their data. I've had to overhaul that because now that we're dynamically altering the transformation time, it was altering the hash of that particular instance of the data, so it meant that when you loaded the game it wasn't able to find the correct hash because it obviously created a new one since the thing had been altered. So yeah, I've made it now so that the hash does not save the time along with everything else, and then it just gets calculated from the queue. So a little bit of a different, but yeah, part of testing. But yeah, this one will be a little bit better. Okay, so those recipes are there. Okay, so let's look for the coffee makers and stuff like that as well. So coffee maker working, let's see. So that requires... Okay, perfect. Plastic sheets are required for the coffee maker. Has been divided. Very good. Okay, so that's fine. So we do have plastic sheets as needed. The other thing to test then is the power... appliance power source. Okay, so that one... that requires 3 wood. I think this one is the problem though, right? Yeah, that one requires regular wood, so we've got to figure out why... Okay, so we just got to figure out why. Everything else is fine though, so that requires improved electrical parts. But we've got to figure out why this one only requires regular wood. It could be the order that I'm loading them in, but that's fine. So now let me go and read the schematic as well. So kitchen, appliances. Hang on. Do we have the schematic in here? Hang on, maybe we're going to turn on dead blocks. Here we go. Oh yeah, we still need to add that as well. The kitchen appliances schematic, let me grab that real quick. So if I read this thing, we should now get those craftable. Yes. No, they're not. That one is not craftable. So why not, I wonder? Okay, so that's an issue. So those are not craftable yet. Those are still locked. Okay, so that's... yeah, that's a bug, so those are still locked. I've got to figure out why that is. Okay, if I do advanced engineering though, does that allow it to unlock, or are we buggered there? Hang on. Okay, I need to do more skill points. So that's a bug we're going to look at. Give yourself XP. Give yourself a little bit more. Here we go. And Anthony, how you doing, dude? Welcome to the stream. Because about this, yeah. And a chili dog recipe means chicken. No, the chili dog recipe, that one has a ton of them because it's one of each type of meat can make it. So there are a load of those. Okay. Oh, did my give self thing not work? Let me see. Hang on. Give self XP. Don't even know what I was typing in here. There you go. Right now I should be able to buy more. There you go. Now I can see. So does it unlock if I do this? Okay, that one unlocks at level 3. That's fine. Does the last one unlock? Let's see. So level 4. Okay, it does unlock. Oh, the soda bench needs a thing as well. Stephanie is still sick, and I'm fine. Just working all the time. Oh, I'm sorry that she's still sick. I hope she gets better very soon. God, I think I'll get an allergy or something. I'm bloody bugged up myself. But yeah, hopefully she gets better. Wish her well from me as well. Okay, so that's the bug. So we have so the soda bench needs its own icon, which is fine. I can make a note of that. So yeah, it seems that what currently is happening then is we don't have the schematic unlocking either of those recipes. So that's an issue. So we need to look at that and see why. Kitchen appliances going. I think I used the correct one anyway. Now the way we can figure out why that is if we go into... oh, I think I might know why. If we go into, first of all, come out of here. So what we need to do is we actually need to find our dumped config files. Now this is different than your regular ones because when you save a game with 7 days, it will actually give you, if you go into your app data, then you go to roaming, and then 7 days to die here. If you go into your saves, for me it's empty because it's the pre-folder, you get this folder here called configs dump, and this is where you can see what all your XPaths have done. So what we need to do is look in items here, and this will show you, so you can see now once this loads, you can see that this is all my items here. You can see like everything right here, so it shows you like this is all the mods, and this is like why I put the dependency tags at the start, because then it goes ahead and does it shows you all of the modlets that have loaded, and that's how my compound mod can check them, because it just looks for this at the start of the file and says, oh, that's there, then that mod's loaded. So it's pretty cool. 87 Fahrenheit. Sun emails are here where my winter comes around. I'll trade your summer for it. Okay, and then says here it's called a rating. Oh no. All right, so let's look for appliances, resource, kitchen appliances, FM schematic. Here we go. Oh no, great kit schematic. So true effect on self primary action. So unlocks the coffee maker and the kitchen appliance power source. So that does have the correct tags in there, but I'm wondering if you had to do it one at a time. I think that's the issue. You probably have to do it one at a time there. So if we look at iron tool set iron, okay, schematic. So if we look at other schematics here, so soldering schematic, let me see here. I think we're going to do it one by one. That's probably why, yeah, we just have to do it one at a time rather than all in one go. I think that's it. Mel says 70 degrees, not that hot. It's warm, certainly. Anthony says I just got done cutting grass, so have to start doing soon. No worries, dude. Man, sounds like you're being kept really busy. Right, let me see. So once we go in here, then, so we need to look at items first. So resource kitchen appliances schematic. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this one from here, and we have to just add it down here like this. So if we grab this one, then put that guy there, right? And then same for the working oven schematic. I think we're going to do the same with this. So we have to, yeah, because the C value should only modify one at a time that way. So grab this thing, and then we do it like that. So resource this one, and then set as one. There we go. So that way, yeah, that way it will add the correct amount, and that should do it, I think. Okay, so now I got that done. Let me check in my other blocks file here. If so that adds it there. Unlocked by. So my other items file then. Let me check down here that it does that. Kitchen appliances. So this is a pending. Yeah, instead after. So we got to do it like this. So actually, just do this. Look. Put that there, and then we're gonna do it like, oh, not like that. Definitely not like that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. It's a big mistake, and your face is gonna get ripped apart by badgers. Grab this, and put that guy there. There we go. That should do it. That should fix it. And then we can just check for any other boo-boos here, just to see if we got any there. But I think that was the only issue we had. Yeah, I think that's it. We just had to do it once per line. Yeah, it looks like that is all we got to do. So just pretty much specify it one per line, and it will do it. Another says, "Are you able to use Faders sit down in a chair mod?" I could add it to the to the Fennec collection, or you could add it yourself manually if you wanted to have like sittable furnitures. There is nothing stopping you from adding more mods to Fennec. Although compatibility with those mods would not be integrated with Fennec. That'd be up to whoever wants to add their own mods to the collection to do. But you are more than welcome to add it as a separate modlet. Like I said, I will, because Fennec does support adding other modlets to it, but you just have to remember that there will be likely stuff that Fennec does that other mods do as well, so then you'll get crossover. So you'll probably want to write a little compatibility patch between the two mods just to be like, okay, well, if this is like this, and if there's like two very similar recipes, just be like, okay, we'll have this one and not that one. But yeah, unless there's like really popular demand for an integration, I'll probably not add custom integration for it. But it just kind of depends. Because like I said, Fennec is pretty much the entire code base of Fennec is my own. So adding support for external mods will probably come at the very end, because that's the other thing you got to remember, that other people change their mods as well. So in order for me to keep mine integrated with theirs, I've also got to worry about their mod as well as mine. Fried pork chop shells and cheese and corn on the cob. Nice, dude. Everybody else sounds good. Yeah, we had fish and chips today, but they didn't actually bring us the chips, so we just had fish. But it was actually pretty good. Hadn't had a good girthy cod in a long time. It was pretty nice. Okay, so there we go. That's looking good. So we do have the coffee maker added, and that's looking pretty sweet. So how are we doing here? So what are we doing here? So cooking stations are still in the lead here, it would seem. 22 votes. So I've had 22 of you through here, which is awesome, which is really nice. So thank you guys very much for popping along. All right, so I think then for this section of the adding stuff, we've got the one thing added. So we managed to add the coffee maker in, and it seems the only other X partition we had was it being integrated with The only other one we had was having it integrated with the wood processing with the plastic sheet, wasn't it? With the treated wood, sorry. So let me go and see where that is. So let me go and come down here and find my XPath issues. So it will tell me. Here we go. So FennecMod foods, more meats. It's not that one. So we want to find. That one's normal. FennecMod world biomes. Okay, let's see if there's any obvious errors I've made in here. I see it right there. There needs to be a space right there. So that would be the issue. Let's go and sort that out. That'll be why it didn't work. Yeah. So one space can be all it takes, and it'll bugger it up. So let's go and fix that, shall we? Set some recipes. That'll be why it didn't work, because we had one space. Let's look for this dot dep. There it is, right there. That one has got to be spaced out like that. Do we have any more? Nope. Okay. That XPath should now work. So yeah, that's the thing with the comments and stuff. They are quite long, so it's easy to kind of make spelling errors here. King Flame says, I wonder if it's possible to make duct tape be able to repair tools and weapons, but it would only repair tools to half of their max durability. Possible, but I don't know if there's a way that you can specify more than one repair item. Which you can do that. You can set a certain amount of repair. Well, you used to be able to. You used to make it so that, you know, the more of one thing you had, it would repair it to a maximum amount. But I don't think there was any way to have multiple repair items for that thing. That's the thing. Tools usually repair with just a singular item. But yeah, there is that. There is probably a way to do it somehow, but it's not obvious how it would work. I think it will require some kind of patch. You'd either have to look for that in the item duct tape. Yeah, you'd also have to make it so that you'd require 2 duct tape to repair it fully. Then, if it only repairs to half, and that would depend then on the repair amount that you give for. Because I think in the duct tape itself, you have to specify how much it can repair. And then that would then determine how much durability is repaired. But whether you would be able to cap it at half durability is something else that I don't think you can. That'd be something else that I don't think is possible with just vanilla X amount anyway. Yeah, I doubt 2 items like with boxes, BRS. Yeah, that's the thing. You specify just use duct tape but not repair kits, but you then run into the problem of you can't set a cap on the quality that it repairs it to. And you also can't set it that it will only ever consume 1, because what kind of happens is when you repair an item, if it needs more than 1 item and you have it, it will consume more than 1 item to do the repair. Because what it tries to do is it's what you would call greedy, where it would try and take as many as it can to repair to as high a quality or durability as it can, and that's enabled by default. But yeah, I don't think you can do 2 separate ones. So yeah, that's a weird one. But yeah, you could repair it with an egg if you wanted to. You could, yeah, you can specify any repair material you want as long as it specifies how much it repairs on the material itself. Then yeah, you can specify anything you like. But yeah, you can make it if you really wanted to. You can make it repair with an egg, which would be kind of funny. Okay. Well, guys, we added a coffee maker, and let's go and just check that the mod loads, and we'll try a new world with a new character and just see if we can load all that stuffs in and see if the recipe's unlocked. Don't forget to eat your glass jar with your boiled egg. Exactly. Glass is good for the soul, guys. Glass is very good for the soul. Daniel will tell you. He's always telling me. But there's been a quite a nice change from C#, hasn't it? We've been back to XML here, and it's been quite a good little change. But yeah. That's the thing. That's why updates have been a little bit slower recently, because I've been trying to fix up a lot of things with my custom code to try and make it run better. Plus, adding new stuff. It looks like the more I add, the more difficult it becomes. But yeah, that's just one of those things that I don't foresee myself adding any other processing mods. The one other processing mod that I think I will add, as well as the industrial one, is rubber. and the ability to get rubber from latex trees and stuff like that. That's probably going to be the only other type of processing mod that I add. The main reason being because rubber will be useful in a lot of applications, including in improved electronics and things like that. So maybe I'll include rubber in improved electronics, and then save myself adding a model that way. Because then to make refined cable, for example, you'd require rubber as insulation. So things like that. And then for tires and stuff like that, you'd need it. But then you'd also be able to get rubber very easily from tires. So having like a way to refine your rubber and stuff like that as well should be pretty cool. I edited the jar back out of the recipe. Hashtag fun pimp stupid logic. But yeah, there's ways to repair it with certain things. I don't know if you can make a recipe perhaps, and then specify the recipe as half durability. Hang on, I don't want this one. Let's go into a new game. Just call it test 4, because I've got loads of testing mods already. So I just want to make sure that we have everything enabled and that things are learnable now. And if all is good, then I may release it for all of you pre-alpha testers as an update. Just remember, if you do want to update, you will need to start again. There is no way I can preserve your save files, unfortunately, for this one. But that's a normal thing in testing. Unfortunately, there is just some things, and it's most likely going to happen in the following update as well. So don't get too attached to things, because I'm working on a lot of things to make the blocks and everything run more efficiently in the way they're storing their save data and things like that. So there is a lot that I'm doing, and yeah, hopefully it'll be all good. Hey Legion, welcome to the stream, dude. How you doing? Thank you very much for popping in. Recycle glass jars. That's one thing I do want to have, is the ability to have glass jars come out of a recipe output, which may be possible actually. I would say if I could probably write a harmony patch that says if a recipe uses something with jar in it, it will give that jar. It'll also add that jar to the output slot, which might be a possibility actually. Because that would be good, because if you're making a boiled egg, for example, and it requires a jar of boiled water, you should get the jar back. You know what I mean? But you shouldn't have to eat the egg to get the jar back. That kind of seems silly. What it should do is it should pop the jar that you used into the output slot. But doing that would require a bit of an ingredient overhaul. But there might be a way to do it with some harmony patching. Which would give it the kind of illusion of making it work, maybe, because you're not adding the XMLs to have rubber made by using glue or something like wood processed with plant fibers or something like that. Could do. And Legion says, Max, how you doing, Legion? Too many of them. So Legion says, fuck you with a cactus. Thanks, Legion. Rubber tires on the road. Yes, so tires on the road you'll be able to get scrap rubber from. But yeah, I was thinking what you could do is you could just you could almost melt the rubber on a campfire to then merge it all together into an actual usable piece of rubber. But then later on, pretty much like with the plastic processing and all that stuff, you'll be able to get a workstation that does it far more efficiently. So for example, it'd be at first it may be 5 bits of scrap rubber will turn into 1 usable piece of rubber, but with a later on workstation, the cost would be 2, for example, and it'd cost you more in power, but it'd be a lot less, a lot less of the resources. So you kind of have a bit of an upgrade as you go, which is kind of what I was thinking. But there we go. But yeah, tires on the road, because tires should drop rubber and not really plastics, right? So that makes sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and give ourselves the schematics. Oh yeah, we still didn't give ourselves the we still didn't localize those schematics, did we? So if we look for appliances, here we go. So let's try this one, the kitchen appliances schematic. Here we go. Okay, so if we read that one, use this guy, has that now enabled the Okay, yes, that has enabled the power source. And let's look for the coffee maker. Coffee maker. Yes, that has been enabled as well. Okay. Alright, so that's all I wanted to check, just to see whether that has been done. So yeah, there's a couple of bugs to fix as well. Then it says, be back, no worries, dude. Then it says, hashtag, don't threaten us like that, Legion. Lol. Rubber grip mod for weapons. Yeah, there's plenty of applications it could have. So yeah, adding extra grips and stuff like that would be pretty cool. Because yeah, it seems that rubber would be good in for stuff like that and like hazmat suits and things like that. But it'd be mainly used in like electronics for insulation. You would use it in like if you're like building like with pipes and stuff like that, it'd be used to make those as a sealant. You know, lots of things like that would use it. So just thinking it might not be necessary. I was kind of thinking because it'd be mainly for the wheels for vehicles. You know, they're kind of made of rubber, not really plastic. So you know, I like it's like someone going along on a motorbike with like wheels made out of the stuff that the scooter wheels are made out of. You know what I mean? Can you imagine that? Like it's like a cross between a motorbike and a micro scooter. Be like, okay. Yeah, rubber grip rubber grip mod for weapons. So yeah, could do that. Okay, so coffee maker is done. Okay, so what we need to do here, I need to say, need to add a icon. Sorry about that, guys. Need to add an icon for appliances schematic. Need an appliances power bank model. So we need to do that. So yeah, need to add the icon for the appliance schematics. Need to add the appliances power bank model. There you go, importing into your make an asset file. If you make an OBJ file in Blender, you can make it a modifier that goes over the weapon handle. Yes, that's the thing. You can do that. I'm not very good in Blender, but yeah, that's definitely something you could do. Oh man, I'm so bunged up. I have no idea why. It always happens like at this time of night. It's really weird. Right, let's see what we got here. So, is there any other things I can add real quick, or are we gonna? They flung it on coda. There we go. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the go here. So, yeah, so we definitely need to add the definitely the appliance power bank model if I can find one a little bit later on. Hay fever is another maybe. Hashtag sanitizer, wash hands. There we go. And Melza, bless you, Max. Thank you, Melza. There we go. The important unity. Yeah, that's the thing. So we do need that. So we need to add an icon for the appliances. Power bank model is definitely needed as well. Okay, so let me. Well, actually, adding the icon shouldn't be too big. Oh, that's the other thing. Solder bench needs its own custom icon, and also one other issue as well. Input input byproducts, or input and fuel byproducts need a custom icon each. So yeah, a couple of icon things I've got to add for you guys to do that. Pollens, yeah, maybe. I know the window's open, so yeah, it might be just from the night. But I don't know. Foxtail soup. But yeah, there's a couple of things here. But yeah, I think what I'll do is if I can get these, if I can get at least like, if I mark the essentials with E, because that's kind of, there you go. Oh wait, that's already an issue there, so I kind of just did that one. So if I can get these as essential done, we could go ahead and release this. So yeah, that's probably something I'm going to work on in a little while, get that all sorted out. But yeah, I think what we could do then is if I can do that and get a release going, we might be able to do a playtest tomorrow and see how it runs as well from our end, and have a bit of an actual in-game session and see how it goes. Either that, or I can see if now that I got my Windows OEM, I can see if Hell wants to help me build the PC, because he'll be pretty much like telling me over Discord, like this goes here and this goes there and angle it that way and do that. So yeah, there's going to be a couple of things there, but I was going to see if we could try and stream it. So I'll see if I can get that to work as well, perhaps. So we might be doing that instead. I'm not sure yet as to what I'm going to do. But there you go. And that says, woo! Yeah, so because that'd be good. If we can get if we get my stuff moved over to there, I mean, that'd be far better, because then, like, it's going to be so much easier. I probably have to take a day and just, like, get everything installed. But, I can take my hard drive out of this one and move it over to the new one, and, get everything sorted out there. And I'll probably be able to have it so I can remove, like, most of the Windows files and then just drag everything over here. Kind of merge the program installs and all that stuff, and sort all that stuff out, you know what I mean, and get that all done. And Vera says, Fox needs stuff hot to eat and drink. Well, I got a kind of cold coffee right here. I kind of started getting into morning and forgot all about it. But yeah, I think some of the other cooking, so we can work on more of these cooking stations at some point, because I think that'd be really good. But yeah, like I said, with the cooking stations, the main reason it takes so long to add just one station is because it's so integrated with every other mod we have. It's integrated with, like, at least 2 of the crafting ones. It's integrated with the foods one. So it's there's a lot of integrations there that you wouldn't usually worry about with the other ones. But yeah, they kind of had to play nicely together. So one of those things, just add one item. It's like, well, we had it in the base mod, and then we had to make it work with all these other ones, and just, like, make sure we're not missing any of the stuff there as well. But yeah, there's lots of stuff planned. So jerky, for example, I was thinking of moving the bacon to the more meats as well, because then that would make it easier on some of the X paths. Because that might be something that we should be able to do. Because currently, what happens is bacon is given in Fennec foods. And I probably should move that over to more meats, and then I wouldn't get a recipe conflict with the bacon and eggs. So there is that as well. So yeah, lots of stuff to consider there. But yeah, animal feed now we have, so that can actually be going. Okay, and Vera says coffee, bacon, and then Vera says I had bacon. Yep, bacon is good. Yep, bacon we do have bacon. Okay, so yeah, that's more like mod ideas that I want to add. So as you can see, there's a lot of extra food stuff that I want to add in as well. But yeah, this is the main one. We need to find a rice crop. That's one thing I need to do. The other thing I need to do is add new sounds for chickens and roosters, because we do have chicken coops now, so you guys will be able to do that as well. Get that working. Okay, so yeah, that one as well. That's kind of an essential one. I got to fix that to get primitive brick showing in the one. But yeah, I've been kind of holding off on releases and stuff because I just want to, like, round out a few more things. And I know I've, like, mentioned in the Discord, like, if you guys have been following in there, a few more point releases and stuff like that, but I just haven't really released them because it's like, well, I'm still kind of working on stuff at the same time with all these updates. So yeah, it's one of those things. But yeah, this will be a 1.5.1 release, and I think we should probably do that as well. And Pierre says, do you do that with an asset package? Yeah, there's some assets that you can download or just buy from the Unity asset store that have a load of sounds in them. So yeah, I'll probably end up getting one of those, probably for like a tenner or something for a sound pack. So I'll probably get one of those, because that's the thing. I could use I could, like, do a monthly thing to Epidemic Sound, but the problem is, I was thinking about this. I was like, okay, maybe if I went to Epidemic Sound and got my sound effects off that, I could use those in my mod. But then the problem is, what if Epidemic Sound have watermarked their audio, so that if someone else is recording a YouTube video, and then one of the Epidemic Sounds happens to play in their recording, will that person get copyrighted by Epidemic if they're not set up with them? So that I was thinking, maybe if I did that, it would cause problems for other YouTubers if I use that. So I'll probably have to buy a royalty-free thing on. I've done it with MP3s and then made them an asset pack before. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, adding sounds. But yeah, that's the thing. So I was thinking, yeah, maybe I could do Epidemic Sound on one of those. But then I was thinking, yeah, if someone else, like, happens to be playing FennecMod on a stream, or like on YouTube or something, and making a video on it, and then, you know, there's a chicken cluck from Epidemic Sound. You know, what if Epidemic come over to that YouTuber and just be like, hey, you've not got the license to use this sound, because you're not, you know, subscribed to Epidemic? That wouldn't be fair on them, would it? So one of those things you have to consider about copyleft. So yeah, one of those crazy things. So yeah, I'll probably end up getting a Unity asset store pack, which I know that can be used, and then it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. I don't want to have to, be responsible for streamers getting demonetized and stuff like that. And Vera says, I hear you. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, this is one of those things. But yeah, I've been looking for like free chicken sounds, but they're all like really bad qualities wise. So I probably want to find a better made asset pack of them. Okay, another poll for you guys before we end up the stream. Just out of interest. I'm sure most of you guys would like this, but it's kind of up to you if you would like it. Something we've added chicken coops, right? So hang on, let me go my too many tab syndrome. So yeah, most popular vote was cooking stations. So there we go. So that was good. Thank you guys for the 23 votes. That's very much appreciated. Right, send that poll right here. So new poll. Can I start a new one, or can I not start a new one yet? Oh, do I have to wait for another poll? Okay, well, I guess I would just ask you guys directly. Would you guys like the ability to farm other animals as well? So would you like, as well as being able to farm chickens and stuff? Oh wait, can I add it now? Because I want to get like a poll vote here. Okay, so would you guys? So another one for you to vote on. Would you guys like to see farmable animals like pigs and boars? No, boards. Pigs and boars. Maybe cows, etc. And then of course, yes and no. Ask your community. There you go. Right, so that poll post itself up. So yeah, here we go. It says, "I have chickens if you want to make if you want to make them buck at you." There you go. Get Fancy to record some. Says Melza. I could, yeah, maybe Fancy can record something if he can record it in a non-reverberant environment. So that it wouldn't sound like in game that the chicken's inside a room, because that'd be something, wouldn't it? There you go, guys. So I know there's only like 4 of you left, but yeah, here you go. So another poll for you guys. Chook, rabbit, boar, chook, rabbit, bears. Oh, a tameable bear. Okay, that'd be something, wouldn't it? A bloody bear circus. So far we have 2 votes for yes. So yeah, I think there's only like 4 or 5 of you left. So there we go. Yeah, only 4 or 5 of you left. So I'll see what the majority is. Yeah, 3 yes. So if there's only 5 of you, then it's going to be 2 or 4 of you now. It's going to be 2 no. So yeah, there we go. So I guess that's something I can work on for a future patch as well. A kangaroo farm, says VRS. God, that reminds me of the Stray mod. I don't know if you guys ever played that back in A16, but they made like they had like red roos and all that stuff that you could fight. And there was like a boss one or something. It was absolutely hilarious, and it was like it was really different. But yeah, there was an Australia theme mod. There was like a lot of country theme mods. There was that one. There was the Canada one, which was just like pretty much just a snow map. It wasn't really like they did have a couple of like Canadian store things in there, but it was mainly just like, oh, this is a snow map. But then they kind of had the Romero one as well, which was really fun. So that was always fun as well. But yeah, okay. So 3 out of 4 who have voted says yes. So there we go. That'll be fun. There we go. Oh no, that would be hilarious. But yeah, that was a cool mod like that. But yeah, guys, I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and end up the stream now. So I will be back tomorrow for a stream. It'll be around the same time again, like 9-10. If I can start earlier, I might start a little bit earlier, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm not sure. Not sure if we'll be building a PC tomorrow or just streaming some more modding or doing some playtesting. Hopefully, we'll be doing some playtesting because we can actually have some gaming. Have a hunter spider farm, says PRS. Oh god, that'd be pretty bad. So yeah, all 4 of you now voted for yes. There we go. So yeah, 4 viewers, 4 yeses. So I think that's a unanimous vote. Look at that. So yeah, very much appreciated, guys. Thank you for like voting in the polls and everything as well. Kind of makes me figure out what to focus on as well. So yeah, kind of nice to have the polls going through stream because it gives you guys like some extra interaction and stuff, which is always good because we like interaction here at Maxwell's Gaming Studios. I was like, Yeah, Hunter Spider Farm, I don't know. Would be interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off, guys. So yeah, there we go. They could be companions and fight zombies. Yeah, like they could be like grounded size as well, just like giant ones. But yeah, that'd be funny. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off here, guys. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. So yeah, bit intense on the modding work today, but it was fun all the same. So I'm glad you guys came along. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, guys. Bye! bye. And too many tabs in Europe, so I can't find OBS, and it's down here, and it's over there, and over there. There it is. Bye.